What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 58 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. And with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, this week, we have a grudge match taking place. Ever since June, Raven and Shane Douglas have been embroiled. That's right. I'm using a big word tonight. Embroiled.
Oh.
In a heated rivalry, there's been blood. There's been man-on-woman violence. There's been fire, I think, if I remember correctly. Raven and Shane Douglas tonight will be competing in a singles match. It's not their first ever singles match because I do believe they wrestled in ECW. I could be wrong. Didn't really bother to look it up before the opening, but that's potentially the case. We're also getting a 6-man tag match where Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream Baby, teaming up with America's Most Wanted, the NWA Tag Team Champions, battling Johnny Swinger, Simon Diamond, and Glen Gilberti, plus much, much more. So, Dallas, how hyped are you for this week's show?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. That Raven and Shane Douglas match, even if it's not their first, I'll tell you what. It's going to be the first singles match I've seen of theirs. I actually might have seen this match that we're about to watch before, but you know what I mean. So I'm actually really excited about it, and I think that alone makes me wanna. If I was watching along on these, I'm like, damn, I gotta watch next week's show. I mean, it's been I think it's been one of the stronger feuds going currently in the company. So I'm really excited, even for just that match alone. Dusty coming back, I think, is cool, but, I mean, obviously it's in a tag match. The last time he was in a tag match, he came in, he did an elbow. I don't even know if he was the one who got the pin. And that was about it. So, I mean, it's cool that he's there. I think it's cool that Dusty Rhodes is in the Asylum years, but beyond that, I can't say I'm more or less excited because of the show, because of Dusty Rhodes.
Well, so I just looked it up for Raven and Shane Douglas, and they, in fact, wrestled numerous times in 1996.
Look at that.
And by all accounts, it would appear that Shane Douglas has never defeated Raven.
Oh, wow. Now, I don't know if they've said that they've never faced either, so I think that's important to know. I don't want it to make it seem like we're saying that. They haven't said that.
Right.
But now, if Shane Douglas has never beaten him, that's kind of something I wish they might have brought up.
Well, I lied. He has beaten him.
Okay, never mind. I ignore what I just said.
That he defeated. So he never beat him in 1996.
Okay.
But if you go to 1997,
okay,
Shane Douglas did in fact beat him on May 24th, 1997. So disregard everything I just said.
Yeah, just ignore that whole conversation. Besides the work, I'm excited to see this match in the TNA Asylum. The crowd is hot for the feud. I think Raven is getting over really good as a babyface, which is a weird thing I feel like to say, but I think overall, man, I'm looking forward to it. And also, I don't know if you just mentioned it because I was trying to also remember what was happening this week as you're telling me, but 3 Live Krew is coming back into the Asylum this week. They just threw it up in one of the graphics. So it's actually going to be our first time, I think, seeing them, assuming they're going to wrestle in the ring as a trio, because we've only been really getting these vignettes. So that's actually pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, now I believe they've wrestled several times on Explosion.
Yes, they have wrestled a lot, almost exclusively on Explosion.
Yeah, but we have gotten those like comedic videos that you've mentioned, and now they've been wrestling on Explosion. We might as well get it out here on the front here. Speaking of Explosion, one of the co-hosts of Explosion, Bert Prentiss, died today. And by today, I mean August 4th, the day of this recording. Neither one of us are very familiar with Mr. Bert Prentiss, but we do know his history of being a vital help of early TNA, and he was a promoter for the United States Championship Wrestling or something like that. The same company that would run shows at the fairgrounds and use a lot of TNA guys.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was mentioned that that's where Harris and Storm faced off. Is it with his company, and then that's why they found them to bring him into TNA or something like that? Or am I? That's what I thought it was.
I think you're right. I think that's where they were having their feuds, and Jeff Jarrett and Bob Ryder and saw them. And
I'm almost positive, and I also, unless I'm totally mixing it up with a different company, I think that's even where like Don West and I can't remember if it was Mike Tenay as well, but were doing some commentary to kind of get used to, like working before the pay-per-views as well.
Yeah,
so
I think you're right on all of that,
and which all makes sense because of obviously the area we're in. So yeah, I think as far as like you mentioned, I mean, I'm not super familiar with Bert Prentiss, his entire history and stuff, but we call his name every time that dude runs out trying to stop stuff.
That's right.
It's like, oh shit, there's Bert Prentiss. So we're aware of who he is, and it is unfortunate that another person who helped early TNA has passed on, along with like Bob Ryder and stuff like that. So it's very sad news, and I guess it's nice that we're not telling you 3 months down the line, and instead, by the time you hear this, it's only about a week old.
Right, and I would like to ask Impact Wrestling. I know Scott D'Amore listens to the podcast.
Well, of course, and
we would like to be able to see Bert Prentiss's work as a co-host of Explosion with Jimmy Borash. So, Scott D'Amore, go get an intern and make them upload Explosion shows to their new YouTube membership thing. For us fans, you want to give us perks? Give us Explosion from 02 to 04. What are we waiting for?
Yeah. Hashtag we want Explosion. We do want it. We need it, as a matter of fact. In fact, I would, if we had it, I would be watching it and covering it for the show, not watching it on the show. But I would watch it. And
here's the thing.
It'd be really interesting.
If that were to be uploaded, sounds like a freaking Patreon exclusive.
Oh. You pay us $1, we watch Explosion and tell you how awesome it is.
No, not $1, Dallas. Okay, if I'm adding any more of my life to watching Impact Wrestling, you guys are paying us $15 each. So for $30.
Whoa! So we're doing Sunny OnlyFans level.
That's right.
To watch Explosion.
Yeah, I feel like I've been whoring myself out for this TNA shit. So I think.
Well.
I think $50 each, so $100. I'm going up even more. $100 a month for inconsistent Patreon posts.
Oh my god!
It would be great.
Well, at that point, they would potentially be weekly, so you'd at least get weekly posts. And then, at this rate, guys, we're just gonna not record Icopod, and we're just going to record another TNA podcast. So what's going to happen here is we are covering the Asylum years right now, okay? We're going to get to the Impact years. But me and Bob are probably never going to get to 2010. It's just, Bob might be dead by then. I might hate wrestling. I don't know what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an offshoot. And we're going to do a TNA 2010 podcast. And it's going to be called TNA Crosses the Line Again podcast. And then we're going to watch 2010. So it's not gonna quite match up, but I think it's gonna be good. And actually, 2010 is in, Bob, because I just saw someone post in an Impact Wrestling group that I'm in a vintage TNA shirt, which is literally the logo from 2010.
Well, I'm just glad that there is an endpoint for this podcast, and it's only 7 years away.
7 years, baby. Hang on tight,
man.
Hang on tight.
What a great 40th birthday present. You don't have to do TNA anymore, Bob. Cool, I'm 40.
I'm 40. I've missed out on my kids growing up.
I know my kids going into 4th grade. Woo,
The house is
yeah.
falling apart.
Yeah.
But we're still.
I'm on my 3rd wife, and now I don't have to worry about this anymore.
3rd wife. Sarah must not be in the room.
She's not.
But well, we had some sad news to start us off, and as we always do, we joke around. But are you ready to get into some news and notes, Bob? Because there's some pretty interesting stuff this week. I say that every week, but I feel like there always is.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Okay, well, I'll hit you a couple times because we actually do have Brian Alvarez's stuff this week. He didn't just do a review. He actually has some interesting notes, and he has the Rash Report notes, one of our favorites that I'm probably just going to read the entire thing of because we need to know what happened on the Rash Report. Yeah. So first off, he said, this is from August 18th, 2003, in case you're curious. Mad Mikey gave an interview to Get in the Ring Radio last week, and he jokingly said that the reason he was mad was because he used to work in WWE, but then said they actually came to a mutual agreement for his release. He also said that he's the happiest he'd been in years and was having fun in TNA.
Well, okay. He wasn't really doing a whole lot towards the end of his WWE run anyway.
That's fair. I think the more funny part about this is, at least unless it depends on when the interview actually took place, because obviously the show we're about to watch takes place on the I had the wrong date up there. Sorry, August 13th. This is out the 18th, and at least as of what we've seen, he's wrestled once, and then they've had a couple vignettes. So if he's the happiest he's been in years, I'm glad for him. He's had a couple explosion matches, I think, too, but he hasn't done a lot. But I'm glad for him.
Yeah, I mean, he might be working pretty regularly as well on the indies, though.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point, actually.
So, and you're not, the WWE style for television, at least.
Well, yeah, I'm sure the change of pace is.
Yeah, he's not working 4-minute matches probably anymore. So. Oh,
that's actually a really good point. But I'm glad Mad Mikey is happy, even though he should say he's mad. He's mad. I'm mad. The most mad I've been in years. Kayfabe, brother.
I thought his vignettes have been pretty funny, to be honest with you.
Oh, I've enjoyed him. And actually, I didn't realize it last week, Bob, but the week prior, there in his vignette, it said, Mad Mikey returns next week. And he technically didn't return, but he had another vignette, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Well, maybe that was their version of return.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so, but I thought that was interesting. And I was like, huh, we were blindsided a little bit by that.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into the Rash Report. The Rash Report news and notes. I'm just going to read this one through because I'm going to try to ignore some of his banter because I really hate it. But he said that he liked last week's show. Duh. He said several minutes of footage were shot after the cage match that would air on this coming week's show. I'm going to pause right there because I believe what he's referencing is when Vince Russo got on the microphone and was talking, and then the show went off the air.
Right.
And it was
and they've done that before.
Yes, they have. Yes, and we saw the. I believe they did it with some of the Raven beating down on Jarrett.
Right. Like sex, like tying him up or whatever and whipping him and stuff. So.
Yep, that's more.
And I want to say when Ron Killings was champion, they had done that as well.
Something like that, because it was like Russo ran in, and I remember him being tackled by security and stuff like that, or with Killing. So yeah, they have done it a couple times. So it's not the first time. I just thought this one was a little weird, but that's okay. And I know we did not actually really recap much of last week's show, but we can do that as we go into the thumbs up, thumbs down stuff once I get through this first section here. So yeah, he likes last week's show that would air, blah, blah, blah. He said Dusty's return on Wednesday would likely not be a one-shot deal. So this is not a one and done, apparently. He also talked about the TNA for One Penny show coming up on September 10th, saying that Raven versus Jarrett and Triple X versus America's Most Wanted in a cage would be among the matches featured. TNA officials are expecting this to be the most viewed show ever. We'll see. Probably because it's a penny and they think
it's a penny. I mean,
we'll see. Borash said that the September 3rd show would feature a Super X Cup tournament. He said the lineup would be announced next week. So this is the first we're hearing about this. I'm very interested to get more details on that. So stay tuned.
I thought, didn't you mention like Teddy Hart and stuff the other week?
Yeah, but I guess this is the first time the company's saying it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's coming from JB. So yes, I guess technically, I think it was last week that they wanted to do like they didn't call it Super X Cup though either. It was like an international tournament to bring in other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll see. He also had a comical story about America's Most Wanted in their shirts. It's this quote: "Hats off to Jody from our PR office, who pulled a great prank yesterday on America's Most Wanted and Bob Ryder by convincing them that the new America's Most Wanted shirts were going to be pink, a manly shade of pink, according to her. Hook, line, and sinker, to the point James Storm left the TNA offices in a huff, and Bob Ryder actually said the words, 'over my dead body.' It was perfectly orchestrated. I give it a solid 9 on the Ribbometer."
So James Storm was pissed about having a pink t-shirt?
Yeah, that's actually my favorite part about that, because of course we joke about how Eric Bischoff said that he had a boo-boo face all the time and stuff. So I can picture him being like, like all mad and then like leaving.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
That's funny.
He continued on here that he wrote, quote, "I found the 3 Life Krew vignette this week to be very Conan O'Brien-esque. Nothing says comedy gold like a shirtless, middle-aged man caressing himself in a trailer park." Then Alvarez writes, "I have seen Conan O'Brien, and there was nothing Conan O'Brien about this dumb skit." Which I'm going to add in. I totally agree with that comment, because I love Conan O'Brien, and that fucking was not a Conan O'Brien-esque skit.
And that, I don't even think it's Conan-esque in 2003.
No, it was not. It was a very, very odd vignette, and if you have not seen it, and you listened to last week's episode, I'd go to your way and watch it just so you can say, what the fuck? Because it was so bizarre.
Yeah, it was definitely weird.
Yeah, it really was. He said that there would be a decision Wednesday regarding the X Division title. Of course, that was held up, which Alvarez writes that he forgot already, and as did I. So the title is held up, certainly. So remember, senior official Rudy Charles took it to the back with him, and Eric Watts would let us know. He says that he suspects that they vacate it and give it to the winner of the Super X Cup. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. And he finished up by saying that the long-awaited Raven versus Shane Douglas match would be part of the double main event this week. So that is it for the Rash report. But yeah, I do like that the Super X Cup, like just holding it up and then giving it to that. I think that's an interesting idea. It is kind of going back into our the tournament thing, but
yeah, but it's got like a twist to it. So I actually don't mind that though.
It's got a twist in it. I feel like it means something, unlike the Hard 10 tournament, for example, or the Anarchy Asylum tournament, or whatever it was called. Yeah, I mean, like those literally meant nothing. So,
well, I mean, a guy like Sandman was able to win a trophy so he can drink beer out of it. So, that's at least beneficial for him. But yeah, I mean, if when the Super X happens, or if it happens, yeah, the prize being, oh, you're the X Division champion, I think would make that even more compelling to see.
Yeah, I totally agree. And my last note in Alvarez's article is that the TNA pay-per-views will be airing something like 24 times per week on in-demand cable starting in September. This is supposed to make it more, quote, convenient for wrestling fans to order and thus increase the number of buys. Personally, I suspect this may increase buys by, 0% or so. That's what he says. Seriously, the reason that people are not buying the shows has little to do with the time slot they're in. They're not buying the shows because there is no interest. When Thunder was on Wednesday nights, they still managed to get 2 to 3 million people to tune in. I'm going to chime in right there and just add, it was a different time and all. But continuing on, and they weren't on pay-per-view. If TNA is doing about 2,500 buys per week, which is the latest estimate.
2,500?
That's what he's saying, yes.
Oh, my God.
It's not like that's because 2,997,500 fans are inconvenienced by the time slot. You could argue that this will encourage people to buy replays if they hear the show is good, but I think there have been replays since day one, and I don't think word of mouth has ever spiked replay buys. Plus, word of mouth on the internet is usually brutal.
Well, see, I'm trying to think here because at the time, I want to say so Wednesdays at 8. I mean, I definitely bought a few of them in my day, but I think all the ones that I ever bought were in the summer. And this is when I was obviously still in school. So I don't think I ever bought one like between September and June.
That's pretty interesting. But I think it's interesting because I feel like summertime is usually when people wouldn't want to.
Well, as a kid,
I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that's true.
I was able to stay up till 10 o'clock and not worry about it the next day. And the more I'm thinking about like the shows I had gotten, I'm pretty sure all of them were in either June, July, or August. So
yeah, no, that's interesting. That's a good point.
I think he has a good point about being inconvenienced. I mean, you also have to think people working. Do you want to stay up till 10 o'clock on a Wednesday? And you can make the same argument on a Sunday, I guess. Because going into Monday, but
I'm a bad example for this because 10 o'clock is still I consider very early, even on work nights, which is bad. But no, I agree.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, I mean, today like I work at 4 a.m. and I tend to go to bed at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So if this was modern day, I could probably be able to swing it. And by saying that, I mean AEW Dynamite being on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, I stay up till 10 o'clock to watch it. Or obviously we record on Wednesdays. I'll even stay up after to watch it on the same day. And in recent weeks, I've been watching it as I've been doing this as well. So I am all sorts of just rustling.
Just mixing it up all over the place. Okay, so let's get into the Observer newsletter here. Not a ton, but some interesting notes. But before we get too deep in, let's go over our poll results for the show. Now, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, I think we liked last week's show.
We did.
And so the streak begins. And by streak, I believe it's 3 shows. Okay, so the last time that me and Bob's like 3 shows in a row, before our streak ended, was pay-per-view 44. That was their 3rd in a row. Actually, we had a pretty decent time there. But that was the first time that we liked 3 in a row, and now we are at our 2nd. So I'm really hoping we're still in an upward swing. But what do you think that the readers of the Observer thought of last week's show?
I'm going to say they went with a thumbs in the middle.
They actually, majority, gave it a thumbs down. Just barely, though. 47.4% gave it a thumbs down. 45.6% gave it a thumbs up. And 7% gave it a thumbs in the middle. So I think that's pretty interesting. And let's go over the card very briefly. Then we'll do the best and worst matches. So last week we had that non-title Rawhide Strap tag team match where America's Most Wanted defeated Swinger and Diamond. And I believe that is the one where then they stole the belts after Diamond and Swinger stole the belts from. And then they ended up brawling later on in the show. Last week was a very segment-heavy show. And we only had 5 matches, so it was pretty interesting. Michael Shane became the #1 contender for the X Division title after defeating Danny Doring and Joey Matthews and Shark Boy in a 4-way elimination match. And Michael Shane eliminated all of them.
That's true. I don't even know if I realized that.
Yeah, so Skipper got involved. I think that ended up kind of queuing it off, but he eliminated Matthews and then Doring very, very soon after, and then about a minute later, Shark Boy to finish the match. That was also Doring's debut with the company, as far as I recall.
See, now, why did I think that he was there before? I could have sworn
Let me do
No,
it.
he's not. He's not. I'm looking it up. He was never there.
I didn't think so,
Prior.
but you never know.
Why did I
stranger
think
things
he
happen.
was?
Are you getting confused with Joey Matthews, who we knew was with Christian York, I believe, correct?
No, I'm not. No, I thought he was there with Roadkill, like very early on.
Roadkill.
Yeah, like I thought, like he like rustled the dups or something, but that definitely did not happen.
That would have been very funny if that's what. And then I'll tell you what, though, I definitely would have forgot if it was because of the dubs. But
Yeah, I don't know
the
why I
next,
was thinking that, but
you never know, dude. There's been so many people I already forgot half of the ones who've come through. Okay, it's just what it is.
oh yeah, I have to obviously.
The next match was Kid Kash defeating a returning Larry Zbyszko. He seems to be on this role of facing off against legends. The week prior it was Ricky Morton. Now it was Larry Zbyszko. Then that X Division title match ended in a no contest, essentially, with Chris Sabin and Frankie Kazarian. And if I'm remembering correctly, that is because there was some referee funny business where they switched them off and kind of stuff like that. And then Rudy Charles came out and said, "Nah, we're not playing that game," and took the belt and held it up.
Yeah.
So it was kind of messy, but we'll find out what happens with that. And then finally, in the main event, Styles defeated D'Lo Brown in a steel cage match for the NWA. Well, he retained his NWA World Heavyweight title. And Eric Watts and Vince Russo were handcuffed together ringside, even though essentially it didn't do anything because Russo then hit the cage, knocking D'Lo Brown off the top of the cage. And we kind of know what happened after that.
Yeah, then as soon as that was announced, they were pretty much telling us that there's going to be some shenanigans taking place and to just kind of deal with it.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, decent show, and I think Bob already mentioned briefly as well. But as far as the new church and Shane Douglas and all that, there was some fire stuff going on last week. That they threatened to light Alexis Lurie and Julio De Niro on fire, which ended up being in like a couple different segments as well. So, like I said, pretty segment heavy, but pretty good show. And then Dusty Rhodes was on the phone. It was like, "I'm coming back, baby."
Yeah, I love that he was on the phone.
Couldn't have been like just a second video or something. He'd be on the phone.
No. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Not a ton here, but there's some good stuff. So, this is in the here and there section of the Observer Newsletter. Now, if you remember, there was a hair versus hair match teased for Ring of Honor between Raven and CM Punk on September 6th in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Well, that is now off. It's not happening. And that is because Raven backed out of it due to some sort of situation involving TNA. I have no further details. But Raven was like, "I'm not doing it."
Okay, so I think what is going on here, and this is basing off of what we've heard from the Jeff Jarrett podcast, the My World podcast. He had noted that they got first dibs.
Yes, he did. And which, to a degree, I think makes sense. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. Now, so that was on September 6th, and that show would be named Ring of Honor Beating the Odds. So, and it looks like, and I'm sure eventually when we get closer there, Punk and Raven do wrestle each other, just not in a hair versus hair match.
Yes. So the match is on, but the hair versus hair stipulation is
gone. Right.
And I'm not going to say anything further, but if you are a longtime TNA fan, I bet you can put those pieces together.
Yeah.
Sure. Pretty interesting. So Dave says here that attendance was about 1,200 last week, which was up from recent weeks. That's mainly because there was a big increase in freebies around town. Based on pre-show lines, more than 70% of the crowd appeared to be papered. But we've talked about it before. I think that crowd, when you fill them in, papered or not, I know you want to make money, but you fill them in there, they're hot. It makes the show way better.
Yeah, and as soon as they started papering it, it's incredibly hard to then be like, guess what? Now you have to pay me. Exactly. And it's like, well, for the last 12 months I've been getting in for nothing, and now you want me to give you $20? You and I would do it, but a lot of maybe casual fans would.
More casual wouldn't, yeah. And actually, I meant to say this when you just brought up Jeff Jarrett's podcast. If you have not listened to one of the more recent episodes of Ask Jeff Anything, one of the hosts here may have been on the show, and his name is not Dallas. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, baby.
I thought it was cool. And actually, that was a really good episode because they actually brought up even stuff like they didn't talk a lot about it, but they mentioned like Raven and Jarrett, their match.
Yeah.
In January, and I was like, oh my God, Conrad. Can we just be like, don't you think Raven should have won? And he didn't, but.
Well, so my question was, in a match, have you ever, based off a crowd reaction, been like, oh, we made the wrong decision. Maybe we should change it. And I was kind of loosely referencing Raven against Jarrett.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where I was hoping that it would go. Instead, Jarrett kind of mentioned USWA and like beatdowns after the fact and like, oh, the crowd didn't want that, whatever. He didn't really acknowledge anything that he's ever booked, more so what he was involved as a performer with his dad.
Yeah, so he wasn't picking up what Bob was putting down, but it was a good answer nonetheless. And
I didn't specifically say.
Well, yeah,
like
exactly.
Raven or TNA. I was anything that he was involved in. So.
Well, here's to hoping that you will hear at Cross the Line TNA asks you this, and then it's gonna be some fun question because I do want to. I actually meant to ask questions through our Twitter page, and I forgot. So.
Of course you did.
Well, apparently you didn't. You could have done it from there.
Well, here, Dallas, your question would have been like, hey Jeff.
Okay, so the main
who's your favorite wrestler to work with? Or hey Jeff, when you were a champion, like what's that like?
No, I wouldn't ask that one.
Yeah, you would.
Hey, and you know what, Bob? You can make fun of me all you want. I got assigned 8x10 from the Major Wrestling Figure podcast for asking a wicked dumb question, so I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And you're damn right that Matt Cardona sent me an 8x10 in a little envelope. You're awesome. Damn right.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So we obviously know that the main event on last week's show is that cage match, which Dave points out was a disappointing match, which I have to agree with, which is one of the only reasons I'm bringing this note up. He also does point out that it was, in fact, a 10-foot high cage again, but on the show they said 15. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Right.
Which we knew. I mean, we knew it was the same cage, but I just had to throw that in there. The Harris... Oh, wait a second. Bob, you didn't stop me. The best and worst matches last week. I'm just going to tell you since we're already kind of diving in here. The best match from last week was Harrison Storm versus Swinger and Diamond. Which
I was going to say that because every time they fucking wrestle each other, it's the best match of the night.
He says it seems to be nearly every week.
Yeah.
And then the worst match was Zbyszko and Kid Kash.
Yeah.
And in second place was the X Division 4-way.
Okay. That X Division 4-way wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. But I just remembered to say that because the Harris and Storm versus Swinger and Diamond match, Dave gave it 3.5 stars, and it was another show stealer. And he says this was good because they did just enough whipping to satisfy the stipulation, but they didn't get carried away with it that it took away from the match. And in fact, it added to the match, and they did a lot of wrestling as well.
I think I agree with that.
I do. I think that's very well said. I think they did very, very well with the stipulation because I feel like sometimes those do get carried away and then all they do is whip each other. So I agree. I think they did really well with it.
Yeah.
Another match was the Sabin and Kazarian for the X title. Dave says that this wasn't as good as some of their previous bouts, but was still good. So just throwing that out there. And I agree with that as well. I think they've had better matches, but nonetheless, I thought it was pretty good. And then, of course, after, Rudy Charles came out and said that he was holding up the belts until Watts was going to make a decision, even though Watts was all over the TV and could have been shown a film that wasn't going to take place for another week. So basically saying like he was all over the place. They could have just shown him something and they could have figured it out, but whatever. The scenario didn't seem to make any sense at all. There had been plans to do a Sabin versus Kazarian best-of-5 series, but they appear to have been dropped.
Sabin versus Kazarian best of 5?
Mm-hmm.
Would that include the other matches that we've seen, or an additional 5 matches?
So I was wondering that too. In my head, it's like, oh well, that maybe they'll just do another one or something, because we're already kind of up there.
I think they would have to do an additional 5 because
I think they'd have to do it
retroactively be like, oh, it's 2-1 or something.
Well, if we'd have to look back at the stats to, but let's say they were 2-2 or so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we could, essentially say it was. But I agree. I think they'd have to do an additional 5 probably.
Yeah, and I think that'd be too much.
Yeah, especially right now. If you waited maybe a couple months, kind of like separate them again, and then they come back together, I think we could do it.
Yeah, because if you were to do, let's say you did the full 5, you're looking at potentially like 8 straight weeks of these guys wrestling each other. And if anybody watches 2021 WWE, which I know Dallas does,
I listen to it, but
well, you have it on your television and you help them with the ratings and the demographics, so they make it seem like as if maybe they're doing it right. You're basically watching the same episode every fucking week. So
you are. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So like with Sabin and Kazarian, it'd be kind of reminiscent to that. So.
Yeah. Well, I got some bad news here, Bob. We haven't heard anything new regarding the plans for Sting to appear in August, so it appears that that's off. It's not going to happen.
That's a shame.
As of right now. And I'll be honest.
He's been signed for 4 appearances. Now, Dallas, what if Sting was a fucking genius and was like, every time you guys showed my interview thing with Tna, that counted as an appearance?
Well, then he did it all.
Exactly. So he's like, I need another contract.
Well, like I was about to say, I honestly don't know when he does show up again. So I'm interested as well to actually see when it happens. So we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean he appears a couple of times in the Asylum era, but I don't know. I don't think he has 4 matches.
Well, stay tuned. We'll find out.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm looking forward to seeing. We got some interesting notes here about that potential Super X Cup. La Parka and Nosawa have been talked about for what is now tentatively being called the TNA Super X Cup. As things are being scheduled, it will be a one-night international tournament that will be taped on August 27th, but will air on September 3rd. I just hope they tape most of it because before the live show, because there's nothing that would be sadder than watching those guys do all the high-risk stuff in an empty building with no reaction because the crowd has already been burned out. That's a note from Dave, additionally. That wasn't me saying that, but I totally agree with this. Because some of the earlier shows where they did do the tapings, the crowd was way burnt out and there was some good stuff happening.
Yeah, but this stuff gets me frustrated because if you tape it on the 27th,
essentially it's a week. I believe it's a week before.
Right, but then on August 27th for that live show, you'd be dealing with a dead crowd potentially. Anyway,
that's true too. Yeah, it does put him in a really bad place, realistically. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but no. Pretend you like tournaments for a second. Would you rather a one-show tournament, or would you rather the tournament take place over multiple shows?
I would say over multiple shows.
I kind of think so too, and I think it also depends. Now, this specifically, an X Division international tournament, that sounds wicked cool, and you're going to bring in a lot of cool guys. You do that over multiple shows, I think I'm in. Then you do stuff like the Hard 10 tournament, and I'm like dreading it through every week. So I think it also depends on the context, but I think I prefer multiple as well. I mean, I just watched an Impact Wrestling tournament just today. I caught up and I watched Homecoming, and they did Homecoming King and Queen, and it was like a intergender tag team wrestling tournament, and like it was a lot.
Oh, I'm sure it was. See, excuse me. My thing with one show tournaments is I don't like watching
The same guys.
yeah, the same guys multiple times on one show. I like seeing a variety. So, you look at King of the Rings. I think after the first one, you would see the same guy twice. So like Brett had 3 matches, whatever. And like, oh, cool, I saw Bret Hart 3 times, but I don't really want to see Bret 3 times. I want to see Bret 1 time, and everybody, in a whole bunch of different acts. So with TNA, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen so many fucking times, Dallas.
I know it is.
That I'm going to bash my head against the wall. You see the same dudes so many times. There's so many different freaking World Cup things. I'm already dreading it just thinking about it. But I would 100% much rather prefer 1 or 2 matches on several shows regarding the tournament, and then the finals being part of one show. One small aspect of a show instead of it being the whole thing being just that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, can't wait to watch more tournaments. Just what we're going to do is we're going to go into a positive outlook.
Well, I'm putting it out there right now. Okay, I am dreading, and by dreading I mean I am maybe gonna call in sick.
I'll say find a tag partner.
Yeah, I'll have to tag out to somebody, maybe Screech or somebody, for the April. I think it's April 6, 2004.
Wow, we got the date nailed down.
Yeah, well, because I recently uploaded it to WrestlingRecaps.com, and I was like, holy fuck, this is the show that I fucking hate. That one, I don't know if you guys think I'm negative on this show or whatever. If I have to do that on here, I haven't had a sip of alcohol in probably 2.5 years, and I've always joked on IcoPod and sometimes on here about my Tito's vodka. I'm not playing around, Dallas. I will fucking load up my cup of Tito's vodka with cranberry and try to survive.
I'll tell you what, if you can at least get through this beginning part with me, and if you need to be wasted to get through the show, then we'll see what happens.
Oh, I could get through the beginning part, but to watch the show part,
it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
I think even you are gonna be like, number one, you won't even know the people on the fucking show because it's not even American guys. Okay. You're going to be like, who the fuck is this dude? I'm going to be like, my point exactly, man. These people suck.
Oh, boy. Well, we'll see how that goes in, a year. A little less.
Less than a year, yeah.
But, hey, speaking of that X tournament thing, so there's no live shows on either September 3rd or September 10th. So they'll do the X tournament the first week, and the second week is that 1 cent pay-per-view, the highlight show that we've talked about as well. And I want to point out here that Dave makes this is a funny note. So, because we know that cage match is going to be on there as well as Raven and Jarrett, as I already mentioned. But Dave says, I cannot express this strongly enough. If you did not see the June 25th show, you really should spend the 1 penny and watch the show because it is worth watching 90 minutes of Fred Ottman versus Scott Norton matches to see that cage match. Basically saying, watch the fucking cage match.
Right. As they should.
I agree.
Now, do you think so? The 1 penny thing, was that going to include 2002?
I took it only as.
I think it would be only 03, right?
I took it as only 03, but I could be wrong about that. And if anyone ordered it and who's listening, please let us know. But my understanding is it's a 2003 thing.
So this is my prediction, and I haven't looked at it, but if I had to guess, it'd be that cage match, and then all the other matches would be either would involve Raven, Jarrett, and Styles. Some kind of combination of those 3.
I'd assume it that's kind of has to be what it is, right?
I would have, yeah, that's right.
Wait, when we're closer, I'll look up the full card. When it's like the week before, we can talk about what's actually being featured because that'll be kind of fun. Because there might be stuff coming up here pretty soon that's going to be featured. I don't know.
Sure.
I only got a couple more things here because these two notes actually are nothing because we've already heard that Dusty's is not going to be a one-shot deal necessarily. And we already know that Zbyszko was brought in to lose because of Abyss. So I got two more things. Most seem to agree afterward that it was a mistake to open with America's Most Wanted because nobody could follow. Also, it seemed to take forever to get the cage set up for the main event, which led to an interview series with both Christopher Daniels and then Jeff Jarrett that seemed to never end. Apparently, Daniels had never done an interview in the crowd before, and the crowd reactions threw him off. He noticeably got lost once. At the end of the interview was an angle that a planted fan was to throw a drink at him, and Daniels was to tear apart the fan. Dave says that he hates angles like that in the crowd, because in the crowd, when a wrestler, particularly a heel, attacks a fan, it can easily lead to other fans jumping in, and on live pay-per-view, or at any time, that isn't good. The planted fan was Josh Moore, who wrestles locally for Tony Falk's USWO. So we have a name on who that guy was. I think that's a pretty interesting note, though.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was a plant.
Well, of course we knew it was a plant. But Daniel's like not doing one in the crowd, so he's getting thrown off and stuff. Is pretty. I thought that was kind of interesting.
And I think I don't know if we said so, but it did seem as if he was kind of.
It did.
Not consistent with his promo.
Yeah. And my final note here is about a guy who we talked about a long time ago. I don't remember hearing his name for a while here, and it's Len Sabal. Len Sabal, who briefly worked here in clearing cable systems for the show at the beginning, a relationship that degenerated into lawsuits that were recently dropped. Sent a letter to In Demand, DirecTV, TVN, Comcast, and Cablevision on July 29th, stating that on September 11th, 2002, a judgment was entered into the state of New Jersey against J Sports Entertainment Inc. and Sports Entertainment LLC, so NWA-TNA, that had yet to be paid. While the release didn't say this, Sabal won a judgment for less than $2,000 worth of expenses in small claims court that TNA never contested in court. So it was a default judgment, but TNA also has not paid. Sabal is attempting to get his money from the companies that get the pay-per-view revenue first and have them take it out of the Jarrett company share. So a little bit of drama in our lawsuits and all that kind of fun stuff there to end us off. So
TNA loves their lawsuits.
Oh, well, why wouldn't they? But that's all I have for news and notes, Bob. So what do you have for independent news before we touch on Explosion and then get into the show?
All right, so we have not a whole lot here. Jerry Lynn defeated Jimmy Jacobs on August 1st at IWA Mid-South King of the Death Matches Night 1. Now, in case you're wondering, that match was not a death match. There were a bunch of other. There was a whole other amount of matches that were death matches. That was not. Michael Shane defeated Hot Stuff Hernandez, Scoot Andrews, and Slick Wagner Brown on August 9th for Ring of Honor. Dusty Rhodes, he hasn't really been busy on the indies, but since we've last seen him, he defeated Jerry Lawler on June 28th for IWC, and then he lost to Casey James on July 25th for USACW. And lastly, AJ Styles teamed up with Homicide to defeat Christopher Daniels and Dan Moff on August 9th for Ring of Honor.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, I got a pretty interesting Explosion card for you here, too.
Okay, sign me up.
So, and I actually mean it this time. I'm not just joking. So Explosion number 45 was taped on the same day as the pay-per-view that we're about to watch, which is August 13th, 2003, and it aired on August 17th, 2003. And unfortunately, I'm just going to throw this in there now. There was no Observer notes on this, so I actually had to get some information from historyofwwe.com, which has all like results and everything like that.
I love that website, by the way.
It's very good, but that's where I got our crowd number that you'll get at the opening of the show. But they actually featured a dark match that is not an Explosion, and that has Ron and Don Harris defeating Nate Webb and an Unknown, it says. So that was an extra match that took place. But on actually the Explosion show, it featured the following 4 matches.
4? Yeah,
and they're pretty good, I think.
Okay.
Mad Mikey defeated Austin Aries.
Hmm.
Open match, which is kind of not something I expected to see here.
Right.
Chris Sabin defeated Joey Matthews. I feel like that probably was pretty good. Christopher Daniels teamed up with Legend to defeat Sean Casey and Sean Daivari. Which I just like the team of Daniels and Legend. I think that's like a cool combo. And actually, I think that kind of gives away, because we haven't got a direct thing with Daniels and Russo, but I feel like that almost kind of tells us what we need to know, does it not?
Right.
And then finally, Abyss defeated Delirious and Matt Sydal in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
See, now that's a show I would want to watch.
That's one of the best top to bottom Explosion shows I've read.
Yeah. Because every match involves someone that we would know. Like, I'm talking about like the opponents of the main TNA guys. So like your indie dudes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it was pretty strong, and when I saw it, I was like, damn, like this is good, and I'm excited to talk about it. But that's all I have, Bob. So I'm ready to get into the show and get watching.
Let's do it, buddy. All right, I'm gonna count down from 5, and when I say play, hit that play button if you want to watch along. I don't know if Impact Plus still exists. It looks like they're migrating over to their YouTube service, so maybe you should go sign up for the YouTube thing for $5 a month, like I did. And I'm sure Dallas will too at some point.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh, I'm gonna have to, because they used to broadcast live on Twitch, and now they're ending that. We did retweet that on our page as well.
That's right.
It's kind of sad, but you know what? Half the time I didn't watch live anyways, because my girlfriend would roll her eyes at me when I said, "Hey, it's Impact night."
I could just see you eating dinner, like, all right, in an hour it's Impact time. All right, see you later.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I didn't think so. All right, well, it's time for the August 13th, 2003 NWA-TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View number 58. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
And our beautiful opening. Now, before we get too deep into the show, I am going to say Bob is going to be the one who's calling all the moves tonight, because apparently I don't know any wrestling moves. So Bob's going to call them all.
It's true, you don't. And people have called you out on the good old Twitter.
Man, it is not true. It's bullshit.
You didn't get the White Russian leg sweep.
It's still a Russian leg sweep. I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but it's White Russian because he's using the kendo stick.
Yes, dating back to their days in ECW, Raven and Shane Douglas, 1-on-1. And the dream is back, baby. And who's this? It's Vampire Warrior.
It's Gangrel. And Devin Storm. And Sin.
It's a Vampire Warrior.
Now, you know who Sin is, right?
Yeah, it's friggin' Kazarni.
Yeah, that's right, Kazarni.
He had a couple other names too, didn't he?
Sin
Bodhi,
yeah.
This has got to be pretty early in his career, though, is it not?
I think so.
Oh, here we go, baby. Conan, a.k.a. K-Dog, a.k.a. the Magic Stick. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Ron Killing's here. What's his nicknames on the screen? A.k.a. As the Truth, a.k.a. Suntan Superman. I should have known that.
Mm-hmm. B Jizzle, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming, right? A.k.a. the Trailer Park Gangsta.
Oh, what?
K Diddle
K
Diddle.
Diddle Diddle. Mike Tenay just said K Diddle Diddle.
That's good shit. So once again, this is our first time seeing the trio in ring on pay-per-view. So they've wrestled on Explosion, as we've talked about, but crowd's popping big for them, though. And maybe that's the reason they've kind of kept them off, to kind of get the crowd more into them.
I think that's 100% what it is. And I think that's smart, to put them on Explosion, get the crowd to be like, oh, okay, these guys are good guys.
And then play the vignette, so then when you show them on pay-per-view again, people already have the at least the live crowd has that background of like, oh, we like how they are in the ring too. Mm-hmm. That is smart, and it definitely seems to be working, even though no one's waving their arm with BG James as he's trying. Also, they're gonna point out that BG James is wearing like shorts, like gym shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of weird. He's not wearing his weird pants that he was wearing before, with like random patterns on it. Conan's dog's here. Conan on the microphone.
You know what was funny too on the My World podcast? He referenced the heel section.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, I'm so glad you brought that up. I meant to mention that to you. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He's like, yeah, they used to have like this like section in the crowd. They're the heel section, and like, dude, it was the coolest thing to me about the My World podcast is the references, the stuff that unless you're like watching this, you don't know what it is.
You would not know. Yeah.
So if you're listening to our show or you're watching along with us or you've watched all of these, you were there live, you're getting a lot of those references. Other people aren't.
Right. And what's fun, if Alvarez is really saying that 2,500 people are buying this stuff, then no one's really seen this shit.
That's what I mean. It's crazy, man. We have Devin Storm and Conan starting us off.
I'm glad Devin Storm's here. I like Devin Storm.
I do too. And they're talking up 3 Live Crew as cult status, I believe, is what I'm hearing.
Well, maybe amongst the fans.
Yes. That's what he's talking about. I think 3 in the Asylum. I think it's almost a similar thing to how hot Eric Watts was because he was Mr. Explosion. Conan with like a face buster on Devin Storm. Oh shit! I'm not supposed to call moves.
I wonder if they're doing the same thing with like Abyss.
I sort of feel like that because Abyss had one match currently?
I think so, but he's been on Explosion a bunch.
Oh god, did you just see that?
Yeah, well, that wasn't good. The Japanese arm drag attempt.
Yeah, that was very bad. BG James in doing some weird dance moves and then kicking Devin Storm in the arm as Conan was holding him.
What is with his like boots? They're like silver.
Yeah, so
shin pads or something.
Yeah, so what it looks like is to try to describe to you what BG James is wearing. He's got a 3 Live Crew jersey on, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's got elbow pads on. He's got knee pads on. He's wearing gym shorts. As Sin hits him when he goes to go off the ropes there, and then he's wearing wrestling shoes with like kick pad covers, which is that's what a lot of wrestlers wear that. But his are, as Bob said, silver. It's a very very weird look for BG James here.
Well, here's my thing. I don't think I've ever really seen BG James' legs before.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Look at that. Vampire Warrior coming in after some moves after each other with Sin and Devin Storm going for the pin. Gets a kick out.
A devastating twisting elbow.
So how do you feel about this trio? I think this is kind of interesting, but I'm getting like poor man's New Church out of it, and I think part of that is because Devin Storm was in the New Church.
Yeah, I mean, I like Vampire Warrior and Crowbar, Devin Storm. I'm not really big on Sin.
He looks really out of place right here to me.
He does. Sin does. And I completely agree with you about the New Church. Why have these guys not associated with the New Church?
I don't know. And I think part of that is, I know I said it last week or the week before, but Brian Lee, he was supposed to have his last match, period. Last week, he had an appearance. I don't know if we're going to see him again. I don't want to say we're not, I guess, because he might show up on the show again. But it almost seems like we're sort of phasing out the New Church, like officially, which is kind of a disappointment. But to be honest, I feel like it kind of goes back to Brian Lee's most recent performances. I hate to say it.
Yeah, but I mean, I would think Vampire Warrior. What the fuck? Why are we looking at the Harris Brothers?
Harris Brothers watching from the crown here. Oh wait, if you watched Explosion last week, they promised to crash the party on Explosion. Wow, I wish we had the contact, Scott D'Amore.
I know. But I would have had Vampire Warrior in the New Church from the beginning. He's a former WWE guy, so he's got that recognition. And quite frankly, he's not horrible in the ring. He looks to be in better shape here than he really was at all in WWE anyway.
And he fits the part. Wicked good.
Yeah.
Truth doing a split as Devin Storm ran at him and Conan hit him with a clothesline. The most fun in this match is the crowd being into 3 Live Crew, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's been really just a basic match, but for whatever reason, they're into it.
Yeah, and I think that it's making it like a lot more fun. And James and Conan holding the legs of Vampire Warrior, and Truth coming off the top of the leg drop to the crotch. Whew.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
What was Sin doing at this time? Like, it just seems so I just can't get behind what's happening. Like, why is he randomly on pay-per-view with 2 known guys?
Well, here, let me do my job, and I'll look it up for you.
Oh, Sin breaking up the pin that time. They're definitely trying to go for that close cover, like America's Most Wanted feel right now. I feel like it's not as obvious, but I feel like they're definitely trying with these close calls. But like, it's Sin breaking up the pin. It doesn't have the same effect to me. Conan just sexually harassed Sin by rubbing his face in his crotch, and PG James ups him for the pump handle slam. Jesus Christ.
That's gotta be it.
Vampire Ward definitely could have gotten in and then said fuck it. And then
yeah.
3 Live Crew gets the win.
So Sin has, in terms of like exposure, hasn't done much of anything. He's been primarily wrestling in Toronto.
Wow.
For a company named AWF. He did some BCW in Canada.
That's the connection right there, I bet you.
That's got to be what it is.
But
yeah, he hasn't been part of. He hasn't been part of any major companies prior to this.
BCW Scott D'Amore was involved with, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that makes complete sense then.
But is Scott D'Amore part of this now though?
Yeah, remember we got the.
He is.
He's backstage helping with like producing.
Oh right. Right.
Because he's like knows wrestling and stuff, so trying not to show the blades and all that.
That's right. That's right.
And Saban's from there as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, made a decision. Jesus
Motherfucker.
Christ. Frankie Kazarian and Michael Shane in a ladder match tonight. Number 1 contender. America's Most Wanted, Dusty Rhodes, to take on Simon Diamond and Swinger. And I believe Gilberti. And then, of course, Raven, taking on the franchise, Shane Douglas. Have I told my story about Shane Douglas when I met him before or no? I don't know if I've told that on here or not. But I met Shane Douglas at a local independent show, 2CW, and he was super cool. And so we got like photos and stuff. And then for some reason in a lot of those shows they'd say, "Oh, well, we'll sign later. Like we'll do photos now. We're going to sign later in the show." I don't know why they did that, but they did. Anyways,
didn't that happen to you with Austin Aries?
Yeah, and he never. Well, I didn't get anything with him at the time.
Right, because he got like hurt real bad.
And I'll finish my story in just a second, but we're about to see the video from when we went off the air last week, so I want to make sure we're seeing what happened here.
Oh.
Is Vince Russo is beating the shit out of Eric Watts with a baseball bat. Like to the point where the camera was just broke. And Jarrett looks like he got in the ring with a chair, facing off with Daniels and the rest of Russo's crew, hits Legend in the head. Daniels runs out of the cage. Russo goes to hit him with the baseball bat, but Jarrett hits the bat out of his hand, and here comes the red shirt security.
Is that Northcutt?
That's Northcutt in front, and he got hit with a chair. And there's the other guy, I forgot his name.
Ryan Wilson.
Wilson. Jarrett's cleaning house, checking on Eric Watts. Well, okay, I'm glad we didn't miss a whole lot, but that was weird.
He's checking on the guy that a few months ago was trying to kill him.
That's a good point. But to finish up my Shane Douglas story quick, as Eric Watts is talking in the ring, I eventually asked one of the local wrestlers who essentially I've become friends with. I was like, "Hey, like, is Shane Douglas still here? Because I really want him to sign this cool ECW poster I got." Mm-hmm. Anyways, he went and got Shane Douglas from, I think it was actually like the bar. And Shane Douglas was cool as fuck and came out and like signed my poster for me and like didn't charge me for nothing and was super nice.
That's awesome.
So I got a lot of respect for Shane Douglas.
That's pretty cool.
So Eric Watts is talking about how his dad taught him a lot about fighting and respect and all this stuff. Last week was a fight. But you know what? The more of this story is there are no scars on his face, and there are no marks. And Eric Watts, by the way, is not in his suit that he's been wearing. He's wearing like a t-shirt. And here's someone's music. Let's hear who is it?
Whose music is that? Oh, it's Russo.
Oh, Russo's. Russo and Styles coming out. Styles proudly holding that NWA title around his shoulder. Russo with the bat.
I feel like that's new. That's new music for Russo?
It sort of sounded a little familiar, but like not enough to recognize it. So yeah, it's got to be fairly new. Well, because didn't he have the music that he yelled like "fuck you" or
yeah, it was
or something like that?
Fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what these guys got to say. I think we need a Russo Sting match. Get rid of the bat. So Russo says, "Let me give you a little advice."
Baseball bat on a pole match. Russo and Sting. Do it.
Yes. Says you need to shut up and listen. And now he's like telling Styles, like, oh, I thought he was telling Styles to say something. He said, "What are you gonna do? Something? Bat, belt, busted ribs, pal." So he's saying his odds aren't too good. So I have a feeling that's leading to someone running out here in a minute. Russo's saying, "You're making this personal. I'm not here to fight you. I'm a gentleman." Don West goes, "You gotta be kidding."
I hope we get an AJ Eric Watts match tonight.
Oh, shit. He's yelling at him. Russo's saying, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." Eric Watts puts his sunglasses up, not on the top of his head like how you normally would, but they're above his eyebrows.
Yeah, they're right on his forehead.
So as long as he's got the belt, we got all the stroke around here.
That's not really true, though, because, Watts is kind of the boss.
Director of authority. So Russo says, starting tonight, AJ and I, we're on vacation. There's no more contenders. They went through D'Lo Brown.
It's true.
Jeff Jarrett, because Joe Legend put him at the bottom of that list. They called and telegraphed and emailed Sting, begging him to come in here and have AJ kick his ass, but he hasn't shown up.
I wonder if that's legit. That's gotta be. They probably wanted Sting to job to AJ, and he's like, no.
Dude, that's a shoot, 100%.
It has to be.
So basically he just said, when you get someone, have your people call my people. We're on vacation. And now they're leaving.
Well, Vince, I do have a guy, and his name's Eric Watts.
Yeah, I know Eric from WCW. And they're literally leaving. That's it. Eric Watts, wait a second.
Oh.
Eric Watts had cut the music. Oh, he says it looks like Mr. Ratings does have a little power. Guess what, AJ Styles? Quote, Team Stylesy Wilesy.
What?
Okay, option number 1. You take your cargo van, go to the beach, get a hotel room.
With a single bed, so you guys can play hide the pee-pee for a while.
Jesus.
Oh my lord.
Or option 2, you can fulfill what's in your contract, and you can fight low-key here tonight.
Did he just casually mention Loki?
What? Option 3 is this. You take your little chicken shit, of course, is what he's going to say. You can take your chicken self out of here. But you're going to have to leave the belt right where you stand, because you'll forfeit it. And you'd rather forfeit it than me take it out of your hands.
See,
Oh, Russo said, we'll get back to you.
They have a plane to catch? Is that what you just said?
Wait, Styles was walking to the ring as Russo was walking to the back. Here's Styles. He's getting too cocky. He can't be showing up like this. So, of course, he's probably going to say, well, yeah, I'll fight him, I feel like. He said, let's talk about option number 3, Watsy. How about you take the belt from me? Russo, puts his face in his hand. Eric Watts untucked his shirt for some reason, as if that's going to help him right now.
I wish AJ would be like, hey, Watts, this is an explosion.
Watts turned his back on Styles, which is weird, and Styles is about to hit him, and here's Loki.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
Crowd pop for him. Yeah, it would have been a bigger pop if he didn't just say who it was. But
yeah, I feel like maybe he wasn't supposed to say Loki.
Is this Legend?
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Legend's awesome. Legend beating up Loki and Eric Watts in the ring now. Laying him in on Legend. Throw him against the rope. Come back. Gets a clothesline. Turns him inside out. Friggin' Rikishi.
Yeah, you're a little bit of an oversell there. See, now the promo didn't make a lot of sense to me because technically AJ doesn't have to defend the belt for 30 days.
Oh, Watts was going for a chokeslam on AJ Styles, and Russo hit him in the back of the baseball bat, so he collapsed. This has got to be setting up for a Watts-Styles match, is it not?
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not too, but... Right, Styles laying him in on Loki, who's in the bottom corner. Now, Loki was injured the last we saw him, and I believe the last time we saw him was when he was ringside for the tag team title match. And Jarrett's out here. He's wearing his Hollywood Hogan gear.
Oh, boo, backdrop. Oh, wild shit. Swing. If Russo had connected, I don't care if that's even a plastic bat. He would have fucking hurt him.
Going for the stroke, but Styles breaks it up. Oh, pops up Styles, drops him on his knee. Clotheslines Legend over the top. Loki with a rolling kick to Styles. He knocks him out of the ring. That was awesome.
Jarrett got a haircut, it looks like.
I was just thinking that. Shorter hair, Jeff Jarrett's better, so good for him. Red shirt security out here, making sure Russo and Styles are okay.
Well, if you notice there, Loki's left shoulder is taped up.
Yeah.
He's been dealing with that injury.
We're backstage with Scott Hudson with Swinger, Diamond, and Gilberti, who have bull ropes around their neck. And the whips, it looks like. Says it might be the end of the trail for you, cowboy, to Gilberti. He goes, do you think we're stupid?
Yes.
Do you think we're your stereotypical bad guys? I think when Dusty pulls out that bionic elbow, we're just going to stand there like a bunch of morons?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Look at you can just line up and plant them.
Excuse me.
For the last couple of weeks, Daddy, we whipped you guys. He didn't say Daddy. That's his new gimmick, but...
Diamond doing a Dusty Rhodes impersonation. He's doing it pretty good.
Dude, he's doing it wicked good. Look at him do the elbows.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Holy shit, that was wicked good. I really like Simon Diamond.
Yeah, he's good. Say my name.
Elix Skipper, baby.
That's not Elix Skipper. That's the poor pole dancer April there.
No, Skipper wearing his trench coat again this week. He's got his scowl with him still. Don't forget, he is the best pound-for-pound athlete in the world.
Oh, that's what Tna just said.
Oh!
Whoa! Jeez, Jerry Lynn attacking Skipper from behind during his entrance. I don't know why the bell just sounded. They're not in the ring, so this really shouldn't be counting, but whatever.
He's trying to get the trench coat off Skipper, but he's too fucking jacked, so he can't get it off.
He's jacked. He's probably jacked up, and then he's got baby oil on him, so it's probably stuck to the jacket.
Oh, that's right. Callis suspended him last week. Wouldn't let him in the building. Unless that was 2 weeks ago. I'm losing track. But No, it was last week, I believe. That Callis wouldn't let him in the building. He said, "You want violence? I'll give you violence." So
Yeah, I think you're right.
oh,
Spinning back elbow there by Jerry Lynn.
and yes, remember 2 weeks ago, Jerry Lynn beat Skipper twice in the opening of the show. Once was very quick.
Yeah, why did Tna just say two-upped him? That didn't sound right.
He beat him twice, so I think he's just
One up. Well, there's the one up, and then he said two up. I don't know.
It does sound
This
weird,
is-
but I
it
think
just
that's
sounds-
what he's referencing. Oh, look at that.
Well, yeah, he is, but it's
Finishing
weird.
the Jerry Lynn was coming back off the rope, and he just tossed him out of the ring casually. Mike Posey's like, "Damn it, do not do this, Skipper." Oh, I thought he was going for a crossbody on the apron, going for a moonsault. It lands on his feet. Grabs his scale. Oh. He went to swing it at Jerry Lynn, but then Jerry Lynn baseball slided his feet, essentially. Or drop kick. Either way.
Are we gonna get the leg drop over the middle rope right here? You think?
We're definitely setting up for it.
Oh,
He faked him out.
fucking bastard!
Oh, look at that. He just did like an elbow. He didn't do
Elbow drop.
Okay.
He elbow dropped him over the middle rope. Get him, Jerry. Don't let this scrub beat you up.
Jerry Lynn's just yelling at him.
You just yelled, "That's a shoot."
Oh, he's shooting then on Skipper here. Yes, it was only a 1-week suspension from Jerry Lynn by our management consultant.
I mean, they're just doing a lot of striking here. Another kick by Skipper. So, double springboard moonsault. That was nice. 1, 2. Oh, Lynn kicks out at 2.
Dude, Skipper is so good.
He really is. I mean, we've been saying, at least I've been saying it almost weekly here. If you look at guys from day one, Skipper's without question most improved.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Backdrop.
Jerry
Lynn
Lynn
got stuck on the top rope. Uh-oh.
Last time he did this, he walked the ropes toward Jerry Lynn and then gave him a hurricane. Is he going to do it again? He's walking it. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Jerry Lynn ducked.
Yeah.
And then Skipper landed and crouched himself on the rope and flipped off immediately. So that looked really painful. I like that, though, because I didn't want to see the same spot again. So that was very good on Jerry Lynn. And, of course, he just had it happen to him, so he was scouting his opponent there.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you want to see that move again? I like that move. Oh,
well, I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I'm saying, like, we just saw them wrestle. I was hoping someone was going to revert.
Oh. Lynn just won with an elevated DDT clean.
Wow.
That was abrupt.
I did not expect that. When does Jerry Lynn win with not the cradle pile driver? Skipper attacking him from behind now, though.
See, now, is that really necessary?
They want to keep Skipper looking strong, but didn't want to put him over Jerry Lynn, I guess.
Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Now Skipper's going to the top rope.
Oh,
and he misses a leg drop. Great.
Look at the scale's fucking broken, and Jerry Lynn's grabbing it. Holy shit, dude. He just hit him so hard, and then this scale bounced out onto the cameraman, I think.
What is he? Oh, he's got like a crossface on him.
He's vicious. He's ferocious. He's rubbing it in the face of Don Callis. You dirty scum.
Jerry Lynn is snapped.
He's about to hit Mike Posey, but other referees coming out here. Andrew Thomas, Rudy Charles. Don Callis up on the ring here, writing notes. Shaking his head. Look at him.
He's so disgusted. You know, it's weird because these guys, what are you going to do, suspend me again? Fine me? Well, now, Don Callis, when he was part of the network as Cyrus in ECW, Jerry Lynn was associated with him.
Really?
Yeah, at the end of ECW. So I'm wondering if this will eventually kind of lead to Jerry Lynn being actually associated with Don Callis.
That's pretty interesting. We're backstage with Scott Hudson and Chris Sabin, who's wearing his best high school photo shirt.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's a brown polo with white stripes on it. Next up, ladder match to determine the number one contender for Chris Sabin's title. So Chris Sabin is still the X Division champion. They did not take it from him.
Yeah.
They interview Chris Sabin backstage every week, by the way. I mean, it's been like weeks in a row.
Well, you'll notice they interview the same people in almost the same segments. It's like WCW Nitro. You were given, like, for sure, Ric Flair would have a promo, Hulk Hogan would have, you know what I mean? Like, the same people are going to get the same segments.
April again. Maybe Lollipop's not here.
That's a shame.
No, it's not.
She's not a good dancer.
Is it? It's a pretty big shame that Goldilocks hasn't been our interviewer, though, is it not?
Well, I think this is where they've kind of started to transition her to like a character, because like she's kind of with Eric Watts, right?
Well, she hasn't been recently, though. That's the thing where I'm getting at is like they've kept her off.
Right.
Who's that?
Who the hell is that?
That ain't Lollipop.
No, but better than April.
Oh my God.
Oof. She was good looking.
Michael Shane, the cousin of Shawn Michaels, if you didn't know that already, because they told us with his first night about 17 times during the show. Now, Shawn Michaels, ladder match. Michael Shane, ladder match. Coincidence? I think not.
I don't think so. I think we know who's winning this one. Frankie Kazarian about to be the Scott Hall of the match, and we'll probably go down in history as saying that Michael Shane wrestled the ladder, because Kazarian will do nothing. Oh, clothesline by Kazarian.
Wow, check out that sign, Bob.
What does that say?
It says, and I'm just reading the sign. It says, "This is gay." Just a random fan holding that up in the asylum.
Fuck? That's such a 2003 thing to say, I feel.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Holy!
Oh, God damn it, Michael Shane.
Dude.
He just did. Okay, so Kazarian has the ladder. He's about to come to the ring. Michael Shane's like, nah, bro. He does a somersault dive onto Kazarian on the ladder.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, God, that's got to hurt your back. Jeez. Now, what do they got to grab? A contract? Is that what's up there?
I'm assuming. I don't think they've even shown it.
I can't even. Yeah, they don't even see. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, Tna just mentioned Ring of Honor by name.
It was a match that evolved into a ladder match.
Oh, I think he's referencing their unscripted match. Michael Shane and Paul London. That is.
Oh, okay.
Which is a really good unsanctioned match.
Ladder set up in the corner here. Oh, Kazarian gets thrown right into it. Essentially kisses the ladder.
Chest first. We've passed the half-hour mark. We're at 31:22, in case you are following along. And just for context, when we eventually get to the Impact years, there'd be 14 minutes left in the show.
Which is going to be wild.
That'd be a very welcoming time.
Michael Shane has got quite the upper hand, and I spoke too soon as he just ran right into the ladder.
Jeez.
Kazarian moved out of the way, so Michael Shane just literally ran into the ladder. Jeremy's fan club shirts are fake, I think is what that sign just said. Oh. Kazarian essentially suplexed the ladder onto Michael Shane there.
Yeah, Kazarian's been watching Sandman matches, because Sandman would always do that. He would suplex a ladder onto people. I think we've even seen that by Sandman on these shows. Whether it be a ladder or a table or something.
Yeah, something.
Another ladder ram there by Kazarian.
Some people believe that Kazarian has beat Sabin 3 times. Ducking the ladder shots by Michael Shane, then Kazarian with a drop kick, a springboard drop kick.
I'm kind of just over these ladder matches, to be honest with you.
Well, this one's like an unadvertised, very random ladder match.
I think this is the first time they've been like, by the way, ladder match tonight.
As if it's like a casual thing.
Yeah.
Scoop and a slam down to Michael Shane. Kazarian readjusting the ladder that he just set up. Up against the corner.
Forearm by Michael Shane. Running start and a backdrop onto the ladder. I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, I really hope that Michael Shane does like the splash off the ladder.
Oh, the trademark Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, like the famous picture where he's like splashing. Yeah. If you're going to tell me every 5 minutes he's Shawn Michaels' cousin, how are you not going to do bullshit like that?
Right.
Actually, Kazarian might do it.
Yeah, Kazarian might beat him to it. Is he going to leap over it? Oh, shit. Oh, nice leg drop.
Yeah, he jumped over the ladder with a leg drop. We got to see this again. Keith in the truck. Look at this.
Go get the contract, Kazarian. Oh, he's climbing up. He's going to get it. He's pretty much right there. He's reaching. Oh, Michael Shane stopped him. Punches to the gut. Now right to the face. Oh. Oh. Oh, swinging neck breaker off the ladder.
They're both laid out. Who's going to win? It's anyone's match.
This better not end in a no contest.
I hope they ended the exact same way that just weeks ago, D'Lo and AJ.
Oh my God, they both come. Yeah. You know what? If that happens, I swear to God. They're both going up. Oh my God. Dallas, come on.
Dude, it's going to happen.
Can we not?
You know what I think is actually probably going to happen? Is I feel like Sabin's going to come out and just screw both of them.
That's what I'm saying. I hope it's not a no contest.
Yeah, I guess that would still count as that, yeah. That contract's pretty high up there.
I was just going to say, like, I feel like it's not, this stuff isn't usually that high.
Oh boy, Frankie Kazarian's looking like he's about to do something real dangerous.
Oh. Sunset flip power bomb.
And Michael Shane nearly landed on Kazarian's legs, and it probably would have fucking broke his legs. Oh, he kind of did land on his knee.
Yeah, he did, on his right knee.
It looked really fucking painful. I can't believe the way he just did that. He was on the top of the ladder. I mean, he jumped right off.
Yeah.
But Kazarian's up. He's climbing the ladder. And as in wrestling, he's very tired, so he's climbing very, very slow. And here's Sabin. Oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Sabin pushes the ladder over and Kazarian literally falls out of the ring.
No, not just falls. He bounces chest first off of the top rope and then flings over to the floor.
Yeah, look, ready?
Oh my God.
You could tell he was trying to catch himself. And
yeah, he was.
So today's saying that essentially Sabin is handpicking his opponent because now Michael Shane's back in the ring and he's climbing up the ladder.
I feel like he's going to go back in there and then hit him with the bell or something. Oh, even worse. He just drop kicked the ladder.
Sabin doesn't want to face either one. And look at this, dude. Sabin's going to go up and grab the contract.
You're going to win the match.
I like that he didn't even kick Michael Shane. He kicks the ladder, so it
Yeah.
just bounced everywhere.
He doesn't know how to take it out. Okay, there you go. Chris Sabin is one. He's the number 1 contender.
Dude, the crowd's pissed. The bell rings. I'd say whoever can grab it first, right? It's a no contest, just like Bob was hoping for, as Sabin hits Kazarian with the title. Now Michael Shane with the title as well.
Oh.
Now Sabin's got the ladder, and he's going to swing it right at Kazarian. Don Callis is out here, and he's pissed. He grabbed the contract.
He's probably thrilled.
He just took the title.
Sabin is just beating the shit out of these guys with the ladder.
I think this is probably leading to that potential idea that Alvarez mentioned of it being for that X Cup. Super X Cup. I have a feeling that's what this is leading toward. Oh my god, Kazarian, dude, he's killing himself with these bumps. She got whipped into the ladder and then flew out of the ring. Now, Sabin's gone so crazy that he doesn't even know that Callis took the belt.
Right.
All our referees are out here. Like, dude, come on.
Is Shane? No, I don't think. Is Shane bleeding?
It looked like his elbow was earlier, but you mean in his face? No.
Yeah. So I saw him like covering up his face. I know.
No, it doesn't look like
No, it doesn't look like this.
Oh,
Jesus. Shane just got sent somersaulting
never seen
into the
something like
ladder.
this. I don't know if you saw it today, Bob, but on Twitter, Tracy Brooks wrote, "Oh, it's like Frankie Kazarian's birthday. Who would you want to see him wrestle against?" So I retweeted it and I wrote, "I want to see Sabin and Kazarian fight again."
Oh.
AEW Impact crossover. Sabin still actively wrestles in Impact, so I think that'd be kind of cool. Mad Mikey.
Yeah, buddy. Just smashes his alarm with a hammer.
Day in the life of Mad Mikey. Ben cheats on J-Lo. Oh my god. Why are we bringing back the bad memories?
It's full circle. It's happening. Like now they're back together.
Are they? Mikey he's mad at Ben Affleck and he's on the toilet.
He's got no toilet paper.
Well, I think his pants are also up. I think they went down too far. And
I think he's got his boxers on. at least he got. Oh no, he's gonna use the newspaper.
No, he's using just the Ben Affleck side. He just.
Why did he kiss it?
Wait, what's happening? Oh, Tanae's saying we're having some technical difficulties. Crowd's booing. Oh no!
It's a Mad Mikey pit.
Oh,
he's beating up the guys in the production truck.
And he's got the tape. Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, he smashes it. Now he's having a temper tantrum on like briefcases and stuff. That's funny.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was nice.
Scott Hudson with Jeff Jarrett now. There's no more pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And by the way, my Goldilocks comment earlier, I like Scott Hudson. I just want to know where Goldilocks is, damn it. But I do think Scott Hudson's pretty good.
I mean, I've always liked Scott Hudson.
I don't think I can complain about him at all. Okay. So he wants this title shot. He's going to get it, but first he's got to rip the head off the monster. And then, and only then, he's going to get his title shot. So one day he's going to have to meet Vince face to face, eye to eye. And he's going to have to meet his maker. Scott Hudson says, no offense, but you've known him longer than anyone here. You think he's stupid? No, he's smarter than that. He's not going to let himself get set up. Scott, you said it for me. He's known him for long. He knows him better than anyone in this business. He knows his strengths and he knows his weaknesses. I think one of them is a pull. One of his weaknesses is going to take him down.
Why is he acting like Vince Russo's a wrestler? He's a fucking writer. I feel like one punch and Russo should be knocked out.
Should be. Kid Cash's music, but not painted. The KID, baby. Kid Kash.
A legend killer, Kid Kash.
Jesus Christ. That is kind of what's happening.
He's a true legend killer.
A pair of tated victories. His associate Abyss has been the one helping him. Yes, Ricky Morton. Last week it was Larry Zbyszko.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of who the first one was. It was Morton.
Okay, well, who's this week? Oh, I like this song.
Dun, 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 dun. That's the like Midnight Express. Bobby Eaton.
Oh shit! I wish it was Earl Robert Eaton, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. His gimmick of 8 months.
Yeah. Dude, I like this song.
Why does Bobby Eaton look like the same Bobby Eaton from like 1995?
Good for him. Kid Kash on the mic called him a caveman. Kid Kash has something to say. You said that was the Midnight Express song?
Yeah.
I like
Well,
that.
it was like it's not like a remix of it. I don't think it was the actual same one.
Oh, okay. But similar.
Yeah.
Kid Kash goes down to catering today. What does he find? Dusty Rhodes. Big fat ass. Face full of brownies. He ate all the damn brownies. So is that the end goal of this, you think, now? Kid Kash and Dusty Rhodes?
I think so.
Okay. If so, I think that's a good one to kind of end it with.
Yeah. Why not? Larry Land.
He's out of commission.
Out of commission.
Beautiful Bobby.
I think Eaton was like taunting him there, but they cut away from
it. Kid Kash is going, I watched all those 4-star matches.
He had some great matches. Tag team matches. Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. There's some good stuff.
Rudy Charles keeps trying to hold him back, but like for what reason? Because Kid Kash has to talk garbage still.
Yeah.
Who was the conductor and who was the caboose? Oh shit.
Whoa.
He goes, if you weren't the caboose, I guess Jim Cornette wore both of those hats.
KID.
Just like every other night, yeah. It's about me, the KID. And he attacks him from behind.
Well, why
Bell
would
rings.
Eaton turn his back? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Is this your first day?
Kid Kash bite in his face. See, I like Eaton being here because it's like a different legend. Whereas like Morton, we've already kind of seen, and like I was over that. Larry Zbyszko, he already kind of seen him. So this is like a fun like surprise of like, oh, this is something different. Oh, Smash Mouth with the chair.
Yeah, and I was not expecting a guy like Bobby Eaton, to be honest with you.
Oh, is that
What was that?
a beer bottle? It didn't break, but he hit him with it.
I don't know.
Whatever it was.
Knee. I thought he was going to do a double stomp. Come on, Bobby, and you're a legend. You should be able to handle this. Come on. Now he's choking him under the bottom rope.
God damn it.
What are you so mad about?
Just him being such a heel.
You love Kid Kash.
I do. I think Kid Kash is awesome. I like him more watching more. I mean, I liked him before, but just seeing him more and more on here, like, Kid Kash is pretty damn good.
Yeah. He's adopted the heel character very well. I mean, I didn't like the domestic violence stuff.
No, I didn't either, really, because it just like it. Not even that it's like kind of tasteless and didn't age well, but like it just wasn't good.
Yeah. Eaton just got sent face first into the ring post.
Like you said, he's a great heel and he can work his ass off. So, I don't know, Kid Kash, pretty good shit. Whipping Eaton in the corner, and then just kind of kicking him. He's showing off. He's calling for the claw. Running at him. Oh, he's got it applied.
Claw. What a weird move for Kid Kash to be using.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. I don't feel like.
No, it does not.
Could I see like Abyss using the claw?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah. But Kid Kash, a guy that's like 5'5".
Well, yeah.
Like a $180. Like, come on.
Back body drop by Eaton.
Oh, nice clothesline.
Nice.
1, 2. I thought I was about to get him.
He did the Jeff Jarrett sticking the arm up in the air to kick out.
I wonder if we're going to see the Alabama Jam. Oh, there's the neck breaker. That usually sets up the Alabama Jam.
Well, now it's set up for cover. No, that's a 2 count.
Now, Dal, since you know all wrestling moves, when I say the Alabama Jam, what move is that?
Well, you see, I'm going to see it in a second, and I'll know it when I see it, but it's on the tip of my tongue, Bob.
Oh, so does that mean you don't know? As Eaton just hit a back? Oh, shit, there's Abyss. He's on the... Oh, look at Eaton. Ducks a wild right. He's punching Abyss. That's right.
And Abyss is not falling off the apron. Oh, low blow.
Oh.
Look, we'll never find out what it is. Kid Kash with a roll up, and that's a 3.
The referee started the count across the ring. He was way out of position. That's bullshit. Shenanigans. So that proves my point. So all of our Twitter followers, Dallas doesn't know. He doesn't know what the Alabama Jam is, and we should shame Dallas.
Sorry, I don't fucking watch all Bobby Eaton's matches and know what it is.
Well, you've watched enough WCW shows on IcoPod that you should know what.
Well, that's why it's kind of bugging me, because I feel like I do know what it is and I can't remember. So it is really bugging me because I do feel like I do know what it is, but.
Kash is on the business show. What is this?
Something's going on in the dressing room. Legend is beating up Eric Watts.
Oh, it's Eric Watts.
Come
on now, show me what you got.
That's what he had on earlier. That's the only reason I knew it was him.
Oh. Uh-oh. Legend's got a chair. He kicks the chair into his back.
He set it on his back and then just kicked the chair.
That's funny. You piece of garbage. Where was security?
Scott Hudson's like, something's going on in here.
Yeah. I hear a commotion. He did not. Watts had no chance in hell. Yeah, okay. He's referencing Douglas and Raven.
Well, yeah, the Alabama Jam, it's that leg drop from the top.
Yeah, someone just fucking Googled it. So.
I knew it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, someone went to like cage match or something. It was like Bobby Eaton.
Nope.
And then, yeah.
No cage match needed, brother.
Googled it.
It's called Twitter.
Twitter. Of course it was.
Let's take a look. Let's go to the video package.
Oh, okay, video package. That means I'm gonna go pee again because I'm.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my like. When you have a fucking enlarged bladder, that's me. Okay.
Okay, you better get going. Raven Shane Douglas might be up next here.
It is next. That's why I'm getting out of the way. Jesus, I don't want to miss the match.
Jesus Christ! I guess I'll talk to this fucking video package
because I had to shit my pants. That was fun.
So we're kind of getting the story through the feud, as you could imagine, with a video package. Shane Douglas talking when he was up in Raven's nest area before, talking about Raven as Destiny. I believe this is when the Gathering tried to help him, and then Gilberti ended up helping knock them down the stairs. So they're not showing that part, though. So now it looks like we're showing from last week. Raven came in from behind. Shane Douglas didn't even see him. Hits the Raven effect. DDT on Shane Douglas. We need a body bag with him, and that's showing from the, I think that was from the 6-man match. Now we're showing one of the New Church first beating up, so we're all over the place in this video package. As you can imagine, though, this has been, like we said earlier in the show, I think one of the more exciting things happening. Here's the New Church putting Raven inside of the body bag, which is kind of pretty crazy to think about. Brian Lee zipping it up. I'm excited to see this match. I'm hoping there's not too much fuckery going on, but it seems to be a common theme. So we'll see what happens. You want to dance with the devil? Well, tonight, Raven, you can get your ass franchised. And then we got Raven, quote the Raven, nevermore. Showing Raven sitting out, bloody, beaten by the New Church and Shane Douglas. There's a nice little look. Okay, Scott Hudson has located Raven in his lair. He's not talking. He's surrounded by candles. He's in a zone.
Oh. What'd I miss?
Just the highlight package. They just found Raven in his lair.
Why does it look like Raven's about to do something real bad to Scott Hudson here?
I think he might. Scott Hudson has no idea that Raven just got up and.
Yeah.
Raven said, "We'll have closure if one of two things happens. One, he finds out who Mitchell's mystery man is, and he grinds him to rubble.
Oh, right, the mystery man.
Chariot. And number two, he takes Shane Douglas, that maggot-ridding malingler, and he turns his organs from the outside in. And then only then we will have closure. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
I feel like this should be the main event.
So do I.
But I'm assuming that's going to be Styles and Loki, right?
Yeah. Even though it's not officially confirmed yet, but I mean, yes.
Well, there's Eric Watts was like, you're going to fight Loki tonight.
Or you're going to give up the title. Russo said, we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Shane Douglas coming out. He had a cool little video package there. I feel like he's starting to get in a little bit better shape than when he first came here. He's looking pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'd say.
No, he is.
He's not as oiled up, which is fine, because I think when you oil up too much, you look absolutely ridiculous.
Cut the fucking music.
He's like, you want to get your ass franchised.
Raven, the franchise. Oh, he's not going to do a promo? That's stupid.
No, dude, we're getting right into this shit. I'm pumped. Raven is his 5-minute video intro here.
To shake hands. Oh, his video package is basically people in a psych ward. I didn't really notice that before.
Dude, yeah. Raven's clapper horn. Call the Raven. Dude, Raven's all business, dude. He's booking it. From the Bowery.
I'm sure, okay, I was going to say Douglas probably bailed. Yeah, run away,
He
dude.
did, and now
Get
they're
away
running in
from
the
him.
ring. Douglas bailed again. Raven in the ring.
I'm surprised that Mitchell isn't with him.
Yeah.
Also, I think Douglas needs to have, a beard. I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he shaved the beard.
Well, because he's getting his ass franchised. Raven grabbing his head as he's yelling at the crowd, but Douglas sweeps his feet, brings him over to the post. Saying, Raven, I'm going to
kick him away, dude. Nothing's... Okay. Well, he just fucking rammed him into the post groin first. Raven could have kicked him away.
He was having a hard time. Come on, Raven. Right there in the front is the fan.
There's a woman. Yeah. Wouldn't give Lawler the chair.
Throwback. One of my favorite fans in wrestling.
Oh. Raven goes into the railing. Yep. This is our number one main event, by the way.
Yeah, so, I mean, essentially it is, if you want to look at it like that, it is a co-main event. It just happens to be the first hours, which actually, I don't hate the idea of having, like, a high-profile match at the end of the first hour like that.
I don't mind that either. And, I mean, that's how I would probably have my shows.
Yeah, I like it.
That guy was like a cone head. You see him? The bald dude?
I don't know if I did. Look at the shirt that guy has on. Look at this guy.
Give him the finger right in his face.
If Rick Rude didn't have any muscle and just got older, like that's him right there.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to remember who it was. It was at a 2CW show. They came out of the curtain and they just had a middle finger on their face. Wasn't it Shane Douglas? It might have been. Austin would know.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, Raven's busted open. He was sent into the steps with a drop toe hold. So I probably did it. Oh, now he's getting right in the face of a woman. Fuck you. Fuck you.
She's like, yeah, you want to fight me? And then Raven coming back with some punches. Oh! Thumb to the eye.
I remember on an early Raw, Lex Luger came out and a fan just put the finger right in his face when he was the narcissist. It was great.
I'm writing in our group chat. I gotta know.
Oh,
I feel like
that girl's like showing off her tits.
Well, you're in the front row. Might as well do it, I guess.
I guess.
Oh, bouncing Raven off the broadcast table.
Break the table.
This shit's made of steel.
Break it.
Dude, I'm asking that to Jeff next time. Why the TNA?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you have to.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Jeff, how come you guys never had an announce table back? And he'd probably be like,
did that really happen, Conrad?
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure we did that. He's like, you didn't, Jeff. Oh, this isn't technically no disqualification or anything.
That's a good point.
Which is weird, because you would think, considering all the shit that's been going on, that this would be no disqualification, but it's not. Raven firing back with a bunch of chops. Douglas into the corner, runs into a big boot.
Dude, Douglas has got quite the control on Raven in this match.
He's had the control on Raven the whole feud.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
He's flipping out the fans again.
The crowd fucking hates Douglas. It's awesome.
Well, I would too. Douglas is a very good heel.
He really is.
You can't deny that. When he's not like a stupid teacher guy.
Ugh, Jesus. I actually forgot about that until you just said it.
Yeah.
And we just watched it very recently.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Douglas has got a chair in the ring now. Rudy Charles is like, it's not no disqualification, but of course, as we make fun of Jarrett fighting in the crowd in every match and all this, but if it's a Raven match, there's a drop toe hold with a steel chair.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to
counter it? No.
No. Wow. Oh, I think Raven was extra blading there. You think he was already blading?
That was another blade job.
That was a really bad camera shot of that.
Yeah, I don't think you need to do another blade job, though, right?
It's Raven, man. Who knows? Dude's messed up.
Like, did he feel like he wasn't bleeding enough, and now he's got to get like another fresh wound on his forehead? I'm really curious now to see if he's even gushing more.
Nah, he is a little. It got on shit. Oh, low blow to Shane Douglas. As Rudy Charles threw out the chair, and he's looking around like, what? Look at the face he's making.
And then he lands on the chair, too. That doesn't help.
Yeah, he hit his head, I think. He's holding it.
Yeah.
He's probably like, fuck.
I got hit in the nuts, and then I hit my head on a chair. Great.
Raven wedges the chair into the corner. Whips Shane Douglas, but it's countered. Holy shit. Raven's whole body hits it, not just his head, and he flies out of the ring.
Yeah, so his back hit the chair, so will Raven then cut his forehead again, you think, or what?
No, his back.
Oh, my back. Let me just cut my forehead again. Oh, man.
What a smart ass.
Well, he's definitely got more blood on his head, that's for sure. It's darker.
Maybe he like realized it wasn't like as like dripping down his face as he wanted, and that's why he did it. I feel like that's the only reason why he would have done it again. Because Raven, I feel like really enjoys having it like covering his face.
Well, that and like in his hair and stuff.
Yes. I bet you that's why he's fucking blonde right now. He's probably like, yo, if I bleed, this shit's gonna look awesome.
Oh my, yeah.
And it does, by the way. It does look awesome. Look at
absolutely.
it. It's like when Flair would get it all in his hair.
Yeah.
Dude looks crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Ric Flair isn't blonde. He's, I think, technically brunette, but he just constantly dyes his hair blonde.
Well, I'm sure it's pretty white now, but.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Raven pulled Douglas toward the post that time, even though it could have been smoother. Could this be the opening that Raven needs? I don't know, Mike, but let's find out. They're fighting around ringside.
The way they're messing up the camera work here makes me feel like something's happening, but they're just picking the wrong cameras to go to.
Right. The crowd's been into this, though. I mean, they've been pretty vocal.
Yeah, but I mean, this match has really just been brawling in a dropped hold.
Yeah, but I don't hate it as much as I probably should.
And I think it's because of the angle, because you're invested, I guess, in the feud.
The angle, and like I said, the crowd's like being vocal too. Now, if the crowd was dead right now, we both, I think, would be dude. Yeah. Like, what's going on here?
It's got a figure 4 locked in.
But like you said, this is weird that we're settling this like essentially a blood feud. It is. I mean, Raven drew blood and almost had his friends lit on fire in just this regular match.
Well, I don't think this is like the conclusion.
Oh, I don't either. But you would think that I don't want to say as a fan. What?
He was just tapping out.
Shane Douglas tapped like multiple times, and Rudy Charles was looking at him, and they didn't call for the bell. And that wasn't like the fake kind of tapping. He was tapping out.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't think Douglas is losing this, though.
If you want to continue it, I don't think he can.
Jabbing away, clothesline by Raven. Another
There we
clothesline.
go. He's got his comeback. He hit triangle R1, and he's coming back, baby. Dude's hype.
He's all fired up.
Another one on Douglas.
The fans are definitely behind Raven.
And a lot of them are on their feet. Everyone on the hard cam side is on their feet. Okay, don't know what that was supposed to be, but he knocked him down again.
And the fans are booing that because that was a fuck up.
Yeah, the crowd booed at that one.
I think that was definitely supposed to be like another clothesline, but Douglas just took it bad.
Douglas ducks a clothesline after an Irish whip. Oh, is he going to belly to belly? No, Raven's headbutting his way out of it. Raven does it to him.
Oh. Who's in that?
Okay, so Father James Mitchell's on the stage, and there's a fucking body bag, and it's moving.
Raven doesn't even notice it.
No, he's too focused. He's calling for the Raven effect, though.
Oh, now he does. Not so fast.
Oh, he says it's decision time again. He's on the microphone, by the way. you can show the world what an egotistical, glory hound, self-centered, blah, 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 by applying that even flow to the franchise. Or you can do something for somebody else.
Is it Alexis Lurie? Oh.
Yeah, he's saying it's Alexis Lurie. Austin just texted us back. It was, in fact, Shane Douglas who walked out of the 2CW curtain with a middle finger touching his face.
There you go.
Oh!
Inside cradle.
Raven got it, and he's within the 15 seconds, and here he goes. To save Alexis Lurie. Trying to open up that body bag.
He doesn't know where the zipper's at.
And they're
Find
yelling.
the zipper!
Wait! There's a white arm, and the lights are
It wasn't
out.
Alexis Lurie.
Oh, something's happening. We just saw a flash. Come on. Raven's knocked down now. James Mitchell has a pair of scissors, and whoever the white glove is gone.
And I think this is explaining why the Ring of Honor thing was scrapped.
Essentially, yeah. Because now Shane Douglas is trying to cut the hair of Raven, but security's holding him back.
Shane Douglas. Ah! What the fuck? Situation between Sonny Siaki and D'Lo Brown. Oh, that's right, because Sonny Siaki kept on attacking him. Oh, that's right. Oh, AJ Styles from behind. Getting a video package here between to hype up this D'Lo Siaki situation.
Okay, I was satisfied with that match. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a fucking mind-blowing match or anything super crazy, but I think it did its job. And that finish, Raven got the pin, which I do think Douglas should have got, but we continued essentially Douglas still got a one-up at the end. I mean, I think everyone won in that situation.
Yeah, I think that was fine. And the aftermath, I guess, kind of allows you to continue it.
The scissor thing is kind of random. Like
this?
No, the scissors. How they were just like trying to cut him.
I don't know how that was really brought in, but
to be honest with you, as we're still seeing this highlight package and D'Lo almost died right there. Oh wait, what's this? Sonny Siaki talking with a flashlight like you're telling scary stories in the dark.
Why does it look like he's like cutting that in a closet? I know it's not because you can tell by the wall.
I don't know, man.
He's got like a flashlight just under his face.
It's literally a flashlight. So now it's time to smother the flame. Now it's time to put you and your career to its final resting place. This is very next week. Siaki personally invites him to a burial. Burial of his career next week. Okay. Wow. But to be honest, what I feel like it is I feel like they got wind that they were going to do it in ROH. So they're like, fuck you, we want to do a hair angle now. And they kind of were like, nah, we're controlling that. And like kind of took the idea.
That's absolutely what it is. I guarantee they were like, oh, Raven wants to shave his head, then he might as well be with us.
Mm-hmm. Don Callis with the X Division belt. He's got a big announcement. He's got Jerry Lynn's situation will be dealt with in the very near future. We just got told, but so since Eric Watts is tied up right now, so Don Callis has authority to deal with the X Division problem. Couldn't be solved in a normal X Division match. Couldn't be solved in an X Division ladder match. So you hire yourself an MBA to solve the problem. Scott, you don't have an MBA.
Scott's like, no, I don't.
Came up with the ultimate idea. Sometimes I talk at a level a little above yours and the customers. Oh, he's got a diagram for us. Oh, baby.
I love how he drew this on a whiteboard.
Okay, here's a wrestling ring. Dude.
Next week?
4 steel poles, 15 feet high. Steel wires to each post. If you're a TNA fan, you know what he's talking about. And it's going to form an X in the middle. We're hanging the X Division title. You're going to have to, he said negotiate, but you got to navigate the wire and the poles. It doesn't just solve the X Division problem. It's also going to pop a tremendous buy rate, he says.
God.
So next week, not just ultimate danger, not just ultimate excitement, not ultimate. It's gonna be ultimate drama. From the mind of Don Callis, the ultimate X. Woo! I'm fucking pumped, bro.
That's pretty cool. I love that he has it on a fucking whiteboard.
It was a pretty good drawing, though. I hate to say it.
Oh, come on. If it was WWE, they'd have a video package and it'd be like this whole thing. But with TNA, it's like, here's a whiteboard that I drew up 20 minutes ago.
No ladders involved because it's not necessary. Wow, dude. What are you doing after we're done?
Heel section ass clowns.
I just saw that. I'm pumped, man. Ultimate X.
That's, I mean, if I'm a viewer, I'm like, I need to see what that's about. Like,
Yes.
you have to. That's
Well, so that was just going to ask you that. Now we're getting a video package for the Swinger and Diamond versus Americans Who Wanted stuff. But if you're a fan, you're watching this and you see that, are you like, what the hell are they doing? Or like, oh, that sounds really cool. I definitely need to check that out.
It's both. It's like, what are you doing? And also, I've never heard of that before. I need to see what's going on.
Well, it doesn't, to me, and I'm trying to take my bias out of it, but it doesn't even like sound like a lame idea. Like, we've done stupider stuff. So that's what I think is so cool about even just the way it was presented.
I wouldn't say that's a dumb idea.
They show the picture and it's like, oh, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, to me, that's what makes it a winning idea right there. And obviously, as we know, it works. They just did one this year again. I mean, it still happens.
How many Ultimate X matches have they had, do you think?
Oof. Dude, they've had so many at this point. Bet you I can look quick.
They've been around for 19 years. If I had to guess, if you were to add them all together, like one night onlys and whatever, they've probably done at least like 40, like 2 a year probably. On average.
They stop. Well, yeah. So on average, probably. Oh wait, there's variations, by the way. So it looks like, okay, you said about 40.
Yeah.
As of 2021, there's just one at Slammiversary. There was 44.
See, look at that.
But once again, in recent years, they've really slowed down. They really.
Yeah.
They make it a lot more special now. I mean, like this year we got one. 2019 we had 2 of them. 2017 there was 1. 2016 there was 3.
Do they ever have one like on Impact?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, even looking right now, the last one that was on Impact was actually on May 18th, 2017. Low Key defeating Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee.
Holy mother of God. I like this girl.
Oh, do ya? Here comes Diamond, Swinger, and Gilberti. Gilberti's not wearing his normal bullshit pants, dude.
What did you just say?
Gilbert, did I say someone else? I meant Gilberti if I said someone else's name. Gilberti's not wearing his, like, disco pants.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. I don't know if you didn't say his name. I just didn't hear what you said. Also, I mean, does Gilberti look to be in better shape, too?
I was sort of just thinking that, which is good for him, especially after having the back injury. Who would have thought he'd have a lot of time to train?
Right. What is on the back of his trunks?
I don't know. I just saw that as well. I don't know.
I've never seen him. I mean, I guess I have seen him wear this gear because I've reviewed the show before, but I've never really noticed that.
Having America's Most Wanted drop kicking sex Ricky Morton in their video package is kind of hilarious.
Did he just say reigning and defending? Is this for the tag titles? A 6-man tag for the tag titles?
Okay, I don't have it listed as that. Maybe they're just saying, like, in general, they are defending them. Here comes their partner. Dusty Rhodes returning.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, come on, Dusty. We don't got all day. Let's get to the ring. We're at 1 hour, 18 minutes if you're following along. I think it's just this match and potentially AJ Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Dusty was going to go right after.
Enough said. Look at Gilberti trying to put the hat. Look at Don West said, okay, I'll take it.
Don's like, I'll do it. He's like, I'll just get. Don cracks me up. Like, Tna will fight for himself, and then Don's like, whatever. Just, okay. Oh, Gilberti hasn't wrestled in 6 weeks.
Is that really it? I feel like it was way longer.
It's felt like way longer.
Yo, Dusty's ready to fight, dude. Look at him. Look at him dance, dude. He's ready.
Well, I was just thinking. So Gilberti wrestled in that tag match on the either the 11th or 18th. So I guess that would be right.
Wow.
Leaping clothesline by Harris. They were just starting this match by just brawling. But now, of course, AMW and Dusty are standing tall. Uh-oh, here we go. Harris, backdrop storm, crossbody onto Swinger and Diamond on the floor.
Look at Dusty doing the fake out.
Could you imagine if Dusty were to do a dive to the floor?
That'd be so funny.
Enough said.
That's right, baby.
Oh, okay, so Gilberti's gear just says GG.
Oh.
For Glenn Gilberti. GG.
Wow. So they're trying to do a huddle, but it looks like is that Storm grabbing Swinger, and then Krew suplex back into the ring.
He's going to get a 2 count on that.
Oh, there was a 1 count.
Jeez.
Tags Harrison. The Tennessee Cowboy.
Oh, running elbow there by Storm in the corner. Bulldog by Harris off the ropes. 1, 2. Okay, got a 2 count that time on Swinger. Making progress.
So I do feel like this is probably put on later in the show as well because they keep saying, like, not only because of Dusty, but the fact that it's like no one can follow America's Most Wanted, and especially recently with Swinger and Diamond as well. So this probably has a pretty solid place on the card.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like having Dusty in there is going to hurt the match quality as he gets tagged in here.
Well, the match quality, yeah, but the fans are still going to fucking pop for him.
I mean, they pop for Dusty, there's no doubt.
I mean, I popped for Dusty when I saw him at Battleground back in the day.
Oh, the pay-per-view where I wasn't invited to go to?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really my decision, but yeah.
Yeah. That was good times.
I would have invited you, Bob.
No, you wouldn't.
I think you were busy. I think you were busy that day is what happened because you were like, oh, like in love with some girls or something.
No, I was not.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
No. What year was that? 2014, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. No, I was just home all by myself.
Look at Diamond making fun of Dusty, who had, yeah, they bring up his awesome.
I will never watch that interview because it hurts too much.
Well, we're gonna watch. I want you to come over early for All Out, and we're gonna watch that first.
No.
Yes.
No.
Stop. Yeah, we are.
No, you see, what's funny is like I don't honestly really care, but because I remember, I think that's considered one of like the worst pay-per-view. I mean, there's one really good match that I've heard, the Cody and Goldust against the Shield, but then like everything else like sucked from what I heard. Because I've never watched it. I probably will watch it eventually at some point.
Honestly, the only thing I remember from it is like that match and the fact that it was like Cody and Goldust and then Dusty all like together was like pretty cool. But like Simon Diamond charges across the ring. Gilberti put his foot up the opposite way as Swinger did, and so Diamond just hit it on Swinger's foot. He's like, whatever.
Well, Diamond and Swinger are the tag.
Yeah, but why did Gilberti put his foot up backwards? Was that the problem solver?
No, that was a side slam.
Damn it. DDT. I forgot the name of that, so Bob's going to say it anyways. So
yeah, I was waiting for when they eventually go to hit it. I was going to be like, oh, Dallas didn't know that move.
I just couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, but you were like texted me urgently. You're like, Bob, I need to know.
Did you see that? Gilberti hit his foot up again, and they still didn't hit it on Gilberti's foot.
Maybe they're ribbing him.
I mean, I did need to know, so I'm glad you answered me quickly, but
I was on lunch.
No, it's perfect.
I thought something bad happened, but you were just like, what's this move called? I was like, problem solver, duh.
I was hoping you weren't going to be like, dude, that's just like a weird tag team move. Like,
I should have been like, I don't know, dude. Look it up.
No, if I looked it up, I'd get fucking someone would call me out on our Twitter at Cross the Line TNA if you want to give us a follow and make fun of my typos and sometimes the wrong names of moves. But
what was the recent typo you did?
The butter rivalry.
Butter feud.
The Simon series, but it looks like it's counter at the last minute and then the super kick.
You know what's crazy about that super kick is that he threw it. Oh my god, I thought he was about to pin him. He hit the super kick, but like his foot was up for like 2 seconds before Storm even turned around. He kept his foot up long enough to make it still look good.
It did look good still, yeah.
It was crazy.
Storm taking the punishment from all three individuals, as Mike says, as he ducks the line, and then he comes back and I guess we'd call that a super kick. Swinger, but he barely gets a 2 count, so it wasn't a good super kick. Did a low-key kick to the head. I wouldn't. If I was low-key, he'd come back, I'd be like, brother, why did you do my move?
Yeah, you gotta like do a monotone.
Why did you kick him? Why did you kick him?
Why? Why did you do the Warrior way?
The referee did not see Dusty's tag in, so Diamond and Swinger have Storm trapped in the corner. Harris gets in the ring as if that's going to help anything right now.
If that was you, like if you were James Storm, I would distract the referee for as long as possible. That way you would just constantly get beat up. That's what I would do.
Hey, Bob. Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hi, Austin Spitter. Austin doing a run-in here on the TNA Crossline podcast.
Yeah, Austin's here in the middle of the fucking... Yeah, bitches. What the fuck?
What is he doing here?
Why do you keep showing up places and I don't know about it? Why not? You got it? You're going to be here for a few? Yeah. We got like fucking 30 minutes left.
All right.
Unless you want to watch
it. Give me the grand tour. I might. Is this the main event?
No, we got one more match.
All right, I might.
Okay.
That's funny. Dusty with an elbow drop to Gilberti. Or bionic elbows. What is Austin doing there?
Don't know. I'll find out after we get off, I guess. I just heard my dog going nuts, and I turn around and the door opened. I thought Kaylee was running in here needing help, and it's Austin. Dusty gets the 3.
Dusty just pinned Gilberti right in the middle of the ring. And they get the AMW music for it.
Christopher Daniels coming in.
What the fuck? Daniels attacking Dusty. Oh, wow. All right.
Daniels laying him on Dusty right now. I like his, tan suit.
Yeah. Here comes
Who's
Jeff
this?
Jarrett.
Oh, Jarrett. We haven't seen Jarrett enough on this show.
No, we have not. The more Jarrett, the better. Oh, Spinebuster. Who is he? Arn Anderson? In Dallas, if you don't know who Arn Anderson is, he is a former
Oh my
television
God, Bob.
Backdrop by Jarrett.
I see Legend running down, it looked like. This is a fucking mess, dude. There's piles of guys in the ring. Legend coming in with a clothesline to Jarrett over the top.
Ooh. Oh, the heels have outnumbered the faces here.
Oh my God, look at the punches Gilberti's doing to Dusty.
He's definitely stiffing him on those, on the side of the head, right? Like, am I... You know what I think is going to happen here?
What's that?
The lights go out. It's Sting!
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
I doubt it.
No, I doubt it too, but I like the idea. Who's this Eric Watts stumbling to the ring, taped up ribs?
Oh.
Actually, that's not even his ribs, dude. He's got his taped up gut. Like, the shit ain't touching his ribs.
No. Jarrett's got his steel chair.
Oh!
Daniel's got his hand up, which is smart.
It was good, though. It was a good shot.
Yeah. I will never bash somebody for putting their hands up on a chair shot. I don't think you should be a lunatic and take an unprotected chair shot.
Jarrett, check it on the dream. Next week, Eric Watts says, let's see. Start with the fireworks. Let me tell you something, guys, right now. Old school next week, taking down Bad Street, he said. Swinger, Diamond, America's Most Wanted, in a tag team match. But double bull rope, it's a match we thought we were actually going to get before.
Yeah.
And there he is. James Storm has the bull rope right there that they brought out with him. Sing Jarrett. Let's see what he's got it for him. Legend and Daniels. Oh. Look at that. Jarrett and Eric Watts versus Daniels and Legend, who's a team I like. And Dusty, you're going to fight Gilberti in a ladder match.
Don't speak that into existence. Oh, that was it. Okay. So we're getting a double bull rope and an Ultimate X match next week.
Yeah, so that's a... Dude, we got a pretty good card going up for next week. I'm pretty excited.
I can't complain.
Well, we're at the announce table here. Yes, the Ultimate X match. Steel cables forming that X.
No ladders. Emphasizing that. No ladders. Now, what they say no ladders, but what are the odds that there are, in fact, ladders?
I don't think they will do it next week.
You don't think they'll incorporate a ladder?
Nope, I don't think next week they will.
I think they do.
Oh, that's not fair because you've seen it.
Well, I don't remember, but I'm sure they will. Like, if I had to guess, I'm thinking that they would do it.
Very special video package. What's this? It's scary.
It's a video package for Jeff Jarrett.
Look at him.
Don't you love that?
Look, he's going all over the world, dude.
Are they just showing his like ring entrance video?
I feel like they're showing everywhere he's wrestled and like, yeah.
Yeah, but this happens every time he has a match. Like they show this part.
Yeah, it's something pretty similar to this. I don't. Oh! Look at the glamour shots.
What is the point of this?
Cause he's doing. Whoa! We're showing some old shit right there. Jeff Jarrett.
I don't understand why they're doing this, but whatever. It's my world.
Dude, look at that.
World.
There's some wicked old footage.
Yeah, wicked old as in like a year.
Well, it looks like a different lifetime. Look at that stuff, dude.
It does. The ring ropes and everything, yeah.
And
Quality.
the yellow, yeah, the shitty, like no one in the crowd. Scott Hudson here with Loki.
Hello, my name is Loki, and I am here to wrestle AJ Styles.
My shoulder might be hurted, but I will still fight and do kicks. Good thing I don't use my hands for moves.
Tonight, I hope.
Loki should. He's like the kind of guy who I feel like is better when he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
This match will be more than it will be.
Today. I feel like Loki should have been like our version of Sabu, where he just kicks ass and doesn't say a word.
Yes, that's exactly what I think it should be.
Because like his voice doesn't match his appearance. Similar to like Elix Skipper, where you'd be like, "Oh, that guy's a tough ass." He's like, "Hey, my name's Elix Skipper," and it's like, "What? I don't really know how that makes sense." Oh, it's not the size of the fight; it's the size of the fight.
Be ready. Okay, here we go. NWA Heavyweight Championship match. This is our main event. We're at an hour, 34 minutes, and 53 seconds. We have about, I think, exactly.
You even said that, who knows, though, this could not be a title match. I thought AJ might give up the belt.
So did I, but now I don't think that's the case. Styles survived that steel cage just 7 days ago. And we have about 20 minutes left. Just under that, I believe. Now, just under that. Will the Loki era begin tonight? Let's find out. I do wish that, Eric Watts didn't kill Loki's pop, but...
Yeah, he definitely did.
Because he fucking killed it.
No, this girl right here is not about to kill my pop. April does, though. But...
Stop.
Well, I'm just saying. What do you do in Japan?
He won the tag team titles with Great Buddha?
He formed a tag team with Great Buddha.
By the way, you little fook. That's negative, buddy. That's fucking negative, buddy.
Oh, God, I'm glad. Jesus.
What is this, COVID test?
Yeah, it's the main event right now.
Tell Bob to suck it, okay?
He can hear you. Yeah, it's Loki versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, hey, tell Austin that this isn't...
2003.
Oh, shit, it's about to be nuts.
Tell Austin that this isn't a boring-ass Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
I don't know if I should say that. He said it's not a boring-ass Iron match between Shawn Michaels.
Good thing.
And Bret Hart. I didn't want to bring that up.
Look at how young this dude is.
Isn't it crazy?
Holy shit.
And look who's with him. Vinny Russo.
I leave now or what?
No, this should be pretty good, man.
Look at their entrance, dude. We had better ones for our backyard wrestling shit.
No, this was pretty cool. Wow. You should have saw what they had before.
Okay.
Yeah, he just made his return earlier in the show.
Are we going to ask Austin why is he in town or what?
Yeah, why are you here?
Why the fuck not?
Okay, I like it.
He just said, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Just Jeremy Borash.
Yeah.
Are these paid crowd members or is this free Universal Studios shit?
No, it's not Universal Studios, but I don't have the numbers for this show. We will be talking about that next week. But last week, it's about 70% was papered.
Oh, what?
And we had 1,200. Bob, did I ever even say how many are in the crowd tonight? I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
Well, we have 1,100 on tonight's show, so I bet you still 70%.
Yeah.
Better late than never. We're at the end of the show, and you get the crowd number for you.
Oh
But
my god.
yeah, Loki just made his return. Eric Watts killed his pop earlier in the show. He was like, "Okay, you want to leave or do you want to fight Loki?" And it was like, "What? Loki's back? He's been here." The last time we saw him, I think, was pay-per-view 51, if I'm not mistaken, and he was a manager because his arm was injured, and now we're at 58.
Yeah.
Vince Russo, our Batman. Get it? He called himself that.
How about Loki in fucking sweatpants for this match, huh? He really busted out the big match gear.
Well, yeah, this is like his like heel attire. He's with Triple X, so he's got to wear all black.
Oh my god, look at this.
Styles is totally going to lose the belt right now. Vince Russo's definitely not going to screw Loki.
It's the beginning of a new era.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the new era here. But it's just kind of weird, Bob, if you think about it, because if Daniels is kind of aligned with Vince Russo and Triple X, I guess Triple X isn't really a thing right now, but they never disband necessarily.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I don't really think it makes much sense, but...
How much stuff really does make sense here in TNA, though?
It depends what it is. Some things make sense, some things don't. So is this essentially going to be an X Division match, you think? Because we're just locking up, and we're probably going to do a couple arm drags and hip tosses in a second before we go nuts.
I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of dives.
Well, yeah, we'll get the dives, but I don't think we're going to start with that.
No.
Loki trying to take Styles down, but that's not working because Styles is the champion. Now, Vince Russo's on commentary, so you know what that means. That's always fun. I have no weaknesses. Jeff Jarrett said I had weaknesses, but I have none.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you about my weaknesses, bro. I got none.
Bro.
You want a pole match? Well, we had a double pole match 2 weeks ago, bro. We did. We had 2 poles. One had a guitar, one had a baseball bat.
Absolutely.
Okay, we just keep locking up. Nothing's happening. Armbar.
Fucking that outfit is so bad. Only in 2003 can you main event a pay-per-view in fucking sweatpants tucked into your kick pads.
Well, we've seen so many of those and like gym shorts.
Yeah, so Bob mentioning, I'm repeating so Austin in here, but BG James just wrestled in gym shorts earlier.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's got gear. There's no high spots.
CM Punk is always in gym shorts.
CM Punk always has his gym shorts, dude, yeah. I mean, his are more, his has X's and stuff, so his might actually be like gear, but...
No, his stuff is
That
basketball
shit's
shorts.
iron on.
Yeah, it probably is.
His stuff is basketball shorts. And you have Raven wrestling in a skirt.
Yeah, Raven wrestles in a skirt, but I guess it's not gear, though, technically.
Peach is going nuts.
Dude, I know.
She's biting the shit out of me.
Was she?
Yeah.
She's a little brat.
Damn it. She kind of looks like Loki, actually.
Yeah, she does. Okay, we need to pick up the pace in this match.
The crowd doesn't give a fuck about what's going on, by the way.
There's a trend here in TNA in 2003, Austin, where JB is off camera over here throwing T-shirts.
Oh no!
And making them chant. So right now I hear crowd noise, but it's clearly not who you see on the hard cam.
Oh my god!
And sometimes you see him on different camera shots, like, doing that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That's better that way.
And and you saw people like on the left side kind of like jumping up, probably trying to be like loud enough for JB to give him something.
Yeah, and JB to like point the microphone at him. Single arm spinning neck breaker. Look at the replay of that drop kick. Keith in the truck.
There,
We need to see it.
Show main event here, folks.
Okay, somehow Low-key he essentially did a 619 and he hit Styles. I thought he was a mile away, but...
Yeah, he didn't look close to him at all.
Yeah, check this out. Yeah, let's see the replay. He kind of hit his shoulder, I guess.
I guess he did hit him, yeah.
Bad camera angle, but what do you want?
The shining elbow.
Yes, from his idol, the great Muda. Just mentioned he won tag belts with Muda in Japan.
Oh.
I'm surprised Austin didn't know that. He knows everything about
Muda's payday, or else he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, he took it all. He's like, fuck it. Low-key going to the corner, but Styles puts him over the apron. Ducks the clothesline by Styles. Dragon clutch over the top rope.
You can't win that way.
Nope, he's got to break it. Russo's like, break that, bro. Break the submission, bro. Get some kicks. Fucking drop kick to the leg. Okay. I was hoping for a kick to the head, but...
Drop him right on the knee.
I know. I want one in the head, though, like this. Oh, that's a chest one. Okay.
That's a chest shot.
We got to hit a couple chests before we get one in the head, but...
Another one to the chest.
Here we go. But Styles is going to duck it. I know how it goes. Oh, Styles sweeps his legs.
Leg sweep.
Oh,
Low-key kips up.
Somersault kick.
Oh, wow.
Loki's like, how you like that one, AJ?
It's not the size of the fire. The size of the fire.
Well, we have about 10 minutes left of the show. We're at an hour 44 minutes.
Oh, God.
If I had to guess, this match is not going to go another 10 minutes.
Styles is this a pay-per-view?
Yeah, they're all pay-per-views. This is their weekly Asylum years. Styles went for the Styles Clash, but it was counter. He's going again.
Oh.
Is he going to hit it?
Is he going to hit him?
No. Loki slips out. He's got his leg. Insecurity.
Ooh, insecurity to the head.
Mike Tenay's going nuts.
Nice kip up, Hurricanrana, sending Loki to the floor.
Loki on the floor, so you know Styles is about to do a crazy dive. I'm hoping for it. Unless Russo's like, bro, it ain't that kind of show, bro. Nah, he's Oh. He did his moonsault reverse DDT to Loki on the fucking ramp. You heard Loki's head nail the ramp there.
And he actually hit that pretty well. Sometimes he's inconsistent with that.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good. He's actually done better between the 2 years of us watching than I've ever expected, to be honest with you, Bob.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a stretch where he hits it like every time. But I think that's like in the Impact Zone era.
Yeah, that stops after a while, and then he misses it every time.
Yeah. Now Loki with a crucifix pin in the middle, but Styles able to kick out. Spin kick to the face.
Freaking effortless.
And just takes his head off. And then he's going for a cover, but his knee's on his fucking face. Loki kicks out. He's probably going to give him a receipt for that one later.
I'd be so pissed if some guy pinned me with his knee on my face.
Oh, that's what I mean. Would you want to get pinned with your fucking someone's knee on your face?
No, and I hate it when they do like the forearm too, like digging it into my face. I'd be so mad.
The forearm I don't mind as much. The fucking knee though, that's fucking like, oh, he's your cocky heel champion. That's what do you expect?
Well, if you're gonna beat me, just beat me. Don't fucking make me look like a bitch.
Double underhook.
Oh. Was that like a DDT or just a suplex?
It was kind of like I would say it's probably more of a suplex, but if he didn't fully flip, it would have been more of a DDT. It's kind of a weird way he hit it. Slow, deliberate. He's incredibly effective with his offense. Loki reversing that suplex, and he's got the clutch in from behind.
He's wrenching it, too.
Yeah, he is. Oh, shit. Styles just picking him up. Oh, but he's on over the corner. Look, he's got it in on the rope again. Styles trying to get out, though, here. Oh! As Loki was trapped in the rope, Styles went for a Hurricanrana, and it snapped Loki over the top rope. Across the steel cable. Russo's like, bro, really? You kicked at that, bro?
All right, I'm going to go mingle. I'll let you guys finish your Wednesday night date.
Okay.
I wasn't invited.
If I
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
knew, you could have lasted for 3 hours with us.
Damn.
I'll see you in a minute. Normally we don't have run-ins on here, so that's a first for the
Is it
TNA
just him,
Cross.
or there's Katie with him?
She's there. I heard her downstairs.
Okay.
No way she's running in. Look, trying to fight back. I feel like we have picked up a lot more from the beginning, but this still isn't kind of what I was expecting, to be honest with you. What the fuck was that? Russo like poked Loki with the bat in the ribs.
He hit him like it was like a taser.
Yeah.
But it was
Oh
not a
shit!
taser. Oh my god!
Loki kicks
kicked him in the
Styles. Look
ear.
at there's your receipt to Loki. He fucking Styles kicks him in the back. Like, dude, you just hit me wicked hard in the head.
Like right in the eye. It looks like he's like fuck. And those Loki kicks do not feel good. So right to the eye is probably not nice. Oh, forearms in the corner. I feel like Austin would really enjoy these shows if he had full context to him.
He would need context for sure, I think, and because like from an outside, it's like what is this?
Oh, Loki's sending the referee into AJ's legs and then hits a springboard kick.
That was nice. Rudy Charles is like, what the fuck happened? As if it was like an illegal move.
Yeah.
He's looking around as if like Russo just came in with the bat.
I like how the referee was trapped, even though he was on AJ's leg, so he just moved. Oh, running splash there by Loki. Underhook throw with a bridge.
That was nice.
Wow.
What is that camera angle?
I don't know.
I kind of liked it, but it's different. But what was that?
Well, don't these shows like usually have seven cameras, but they usually only use like 3?
I feel like that's the case. Rapid kicks to Styles. A quick one that was last, but he didn't quite hit it all, as they would say.
Yeah. He might have just grazed him a little bit there. Oh, what's Loki's going for the key crusher, maybe?
Going for the key crusher?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, Styles counters the DDT.
Perfect counter.
Wow.
Well, that was a nice reversal, though.
That was a good counter. This has been a good match ever since it picked up.
No, yeah, for sure. At first I was like, and I mean, it's definitely gotten better. I feel like I was expecting a little bit crazier, but that's just because my head is like, this is X Division, go nuts. And if you don't think about it like that, then you don't have to. But we definitely picked up Loki. Cartwheel, nope.
Yeah,
handspring.
Handspring. Discus clothesline by AJ. 1, 2. Loki with a nice kick out. I'm having a hard time believing this.
Oh, look at these shots from Styles. Slap, punch, elbow, fucking leg, knee.
He's probably like, stop fucking hitting me so hard, Loki.
Literally saying it. Going for a discus clothesline, but no, Loki, an octopus.
Oh, that's such a good move.
Dude, one of my favorites. Oh, Styles countered it. Because Loki wasn't hooked into the German suplex. He rolls through, picks him up.
It.
Wheelbarrow face slam.
Loki with another kick out.
I think Russo hit his hand on the mat, and I thought it was a 3.
Yeah.
Because I heard it. Only a few minutes remain here. So this looks like this is going to take us right to the end of the show.
Wow. This has definitely been one of the better main events we've seen in the last several weeks.
I agree with that.
And I believe, I've said before, like Loki tends to be kind of hit or miss for me, but he's definitely doing well here.
Oh, Styles going for that moonsault DDT again, but countered by Loki.
Nice kick. Vince is like, come on, AJ. You gotta win, AJ. Come on, hurry. Get up, AJ. Now they are worn out, Don. We got a replay here of the kick to avoid it. Cartwheel kick into the corner, sending AJ to the floor. Are we going to get a Yokozuna Lex Luger finish here where AJ's going to get counted out because Loki can't get him back into the ring?
Dude, that'd be so lame. Although, I wouldn't mind seeing him wrestle again, I guess, but geez. What is Loki doing? What is that?
I think he's signaling for the key crusher.
Oh, okay. Stop, Vince Russo. It's not a fucking taser, bro.
Yeah, why does he keep on jabbing him with it like that?
Well, Loki's beating the shit out of him now, so look at right on the announce table.
I love it. Let's beat the shit out of Vince Russo.
No way.
Bro, is he about to break the announce table right now?
Oh my god, dude.
Well, if it was okay, so
baseball bat to the head by Styles. The crowd's booing, dude. They're so mad.
If AJ was on the table, he would have jumped it. No way Russo's taking that. 1, 2. Oh, and AJ wins after hitting with a baseball bat.
Dude, I thought I was about to have to buy you some Chipotle. Damn.
That was a good match. And I don't mind the baseball bat finish either.
No, that picked up. I was a little worried about it, about even halfway through, but that was good.
Yeah.
See, because Loki lost his focus on Styles, turned his focus to Vince Russo, and that's essentially what cost him the match.
Russo's a proud father, just hugging AJ. Russo has the power. And that concludes the episode. Copyright TNA Entertainment LLC, all rights reserved. There we go. Runtime for that was 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 35 seconds. Well, I'm going to say that was a good show.
I think so too, man.
That's 4 in a row.
Holy crap. How did we manage that?
I don't know. And honestly, next week's episode.
I mean, I don't want to jinx us, but how can they screw it up?
I know.
Yeah, I think that this was a really good show. Like I said earlier, though, I do wish they didn't kill Loki's pop. I think it would have been a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
In literally, I think, any other way than what they did. But besides that, man, I mean, we're getting somewhere. And I feel like we're really on a decent trajectory here in 2003. Between what's going on with our X division, we got a whole new match stipulation. 3 Live Crew. I mean, that was it feels like so long ago. So much happened in this show, but they're back in the building, which the fans like. Kid Kash is going through a bunch of legends. Seemingly like he's going to be facing off against Dusty soon, I would have to guess. Mm-hmm. Raven and Douglas. Who is the fucking mystery man? Who's in the body bag this time?
Yeah, and how long are they going to drag that out for?
I don't know, but I'm getting itchy. I got to know. Yeah. So we got a lot to look forward to next week, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. We got the double bull rope match, the Ultimate X. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely reached a point here in TNA where it's like every week it's continuing to be good.
Yeah, and the other match that we have is the Eric Watson Jr. versus Daniels and Legend.
Right.
I mean, I don't. How can you look at even the matches that we know and say I don't want to watch that show? I think we're set up for a really good show next week, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I am as well, honestly. So I can't complain about that.
Yeah, me either, man. I don't know if I keep saying I like it. Who knows what's going to happen? But so I guess I don't think I got anything else.
I don't either. So it was a fun overall 2 hours. We had a run-in from Austin.
I know.
Who had claimed he'd never appear here on TNA Crossline, but he did.
Here he was. He made an appearance.
Yeah. Well, if you don't got anything, I don't have anything. Next week, it is Ultimate X. Boy, we're looking forward to it. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.